Good morning, you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday morning, and I am doing the exact same thing because my ass is in the bed while Bando ass is at the gym suffering on leg day. Better him than me. But however, we are in the building this morning, you guys. I know it's very rare that I get up early in the morning and do a live. You know what I mean? Like this live was supposed to be pushed back to 1 o'clock, but I said, you know what? While I'm already up, let's go ahead and get some of these lives out the way. We got some things to talk about. We got some lives to do today. We probably got some pre-recorded videos to do today. Then me and DJ need to do our Keyshia Cole video so I can put it out for the weekend. You know what I mean? So I got a couple of things to do today. So I'm just like, you know what? Why not? You feel what I'm saying? Why not get up early in the morning, do this video, and just keep it pushing? You feel what I'm saying? I don't know about you guys, but I love to do my videos in the dark. I just love sitting in the dark with just my ring light on, no other lights on, and just get it popping that way. I don't know. I like doing them in the dark. Sometimes people request a whole lot, like they want you to have like the best lighting and all that other shit, but I don't know what it is, but I prefer like the darkness of it all. Like I love it. I like most things dark anyway. You know what I mean? I do like that. So I don't know. It's something that I can't explain. Like, I'm just how like Aaliyah liked a lot of dark stuff, like her videos, like We Need a Resolution. And her that video or the 1 in a million video was like a little dark video, shit like that. Like I enjoy like a dark theme type of thing. Like even my search engines are dark. Like I like those type of things. So no, I just felt like saying it. I like sitting in front of the camera and sitting in the dark and just had this one ring light on and just call it a day. I love it. I love it, honey. I really do. I want to drink out of a straw so bad, but it's been a month. No, it's been a week and 2 days since they pulled my wisdom tooth out. And guess what, y'all? I go back next week, literally a week from now, to get my last wisdom tooth taken out. Ugh. Baby, I'm tired. Do you hear me? I am tired. But you got to get them out. And so many people was like, baby, how old are you? I said, I'm 36. And they was like, you still got your wisdom teeth in your mouth? You need to hurry up and get them out. Baby, they're getting out, honey. I got one more left at the bottom. And we done with the wisdom teeth. We done. Never knew how painful they was. And the one at the bottom not even giving me no pain right now, but I'm ready to get it the fuck out right now before it even starts back up again. Because, baby, that wisdom tooth pain will have you crying for your mama. Do you hear me? It'll have you crying for your mama. That is the shit that I'm talking about. It'll have you crying for your mama, baby. But each is on, to each is on, to each is on, honey. Now, we got like 37 people up in here. And like I said, we want to get the engagement up this year. You feel what I'm saying? So if I got 37, 38 people up in here, I need 37, 38 people to be in the chat engaging, honey. And I know that we up early in the morning. I know a lot of y'all ain't used to me, putting up no lives early in the morning. Y'all used to me coming in the evening or at night or something like that. I know that's what y'all are used to, but it is what it is. We got it popping. But anyway, we're about to go ahead and get this video started. We're about to head into the 5-minute mark. And this video is almost 2 hours long. So it really depends on how I feel if I'm going to do this entire video. Because it's like an hour and 56 seconds. And it's not like it's late at night. So in a sense, it's kind of like, I can do it. But it just depends on how I feel, because if I can't sit through it too much longer, then y'all know I would cut it in half and come back for the rest. But let's get into it. What time will the mid-season trailer be dropping? I'm not sure. I want to say 8, because I think that's what JT said, 8. That's what I want to say. But don't Don't take my word for it, but that's what I think is. That's what time I think is coming out. 8 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Anyways, real quick for you, real quickly while I'm sitting here getting ready to do this live. Let me see. Did they even have a time? Oh, they didn't have a time. They just said that it was dropping today. They ain't had no time. So y'all will see it sometime today. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it, you guys. Let me make this. Let me make my screen full. And here we go.
So, quick clarification of my dad passing away. People are asking me questions about when my dad died. My dad died on December 4th. My dad died on December 4th. But I got a call on February 1st, which is my birthday, by Neffy saying that my dad passed away. There was no clarification on the date. There was no clarification on the time. There was no clarification on the place. I didn't even know. I still don't know what he died from. Now, they had the funeral service, I think, February 8th or February 9th. Again, I never met my father. I only had one conversation with him prior to him passing away. I don't know anybody tied to him. I don't know his girlfriend or if he had a wife or if he had anybody in his life special, if he had other children out there. I don't know nothing about that. This was during COVID and we had shelter in place. So they had a virtual funeral. Again, I was told that my dad died on February 1st. Now, during the time period that I was in communication with Neffy, I was talking to her here and there, and I was giving her money because, again, it was during COVID, and she was flying from Atlanta all the way to Oakland, California, and then she was trying to deal with things, but she really didn't have any money to take care of stuff. I don't know if my dad was cremated or buried, and if he was buried, I don't know where his burial site is. Also, it was a closed casket during the funeral, so again, I'm not too sure. I'm not tied to anybody, so I wouldn't have that information. All I know is that was what was told to me. I had to find out months later that my dad died on December 4th. A lot of people are saying when I made the video, it was jumping like back and forth because I guess it didn't get edited right. But again, I don't edit my videos. I just literally sit here and I post or I record on TikTok and then I go to the next post. Sometimes the videos will get auto edited, like edited on 2 different videos. I'm sorry. Maybe I will go back and try to edit and fix it, but I have to finish the story. I just wanted to clarify that because I felt like people were getting confused on when he passed away and when I found out. Also, everybody that's in my life knows that I said to them that my dad died on my birthday because I was told on my birthday, and then I called my best friend, I called my twin Vania, and then I called my sister Brina. So everybody knows that my dad died on my birthday, but it's crazy because I had to go back and tell them later on that my dad died on December 4th. Crazy. I don't know. That's just how it happened. Now this lady is pushing me into a mental facility on the 5th fucking floor, and now I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I got here. Going down the hallway, there's these big double doors that don't have any handles and they don't have any windows on them. Left-hand side on the wall, there's like this button pad, and she presses this little red button that's on the pad, and it opens the door. Now, once she presses that red button, the doors open by themselves, and she waits until they fully open, and then we walk all the way through. On the left-hand side, there's going to be a window, and it's going to be like a person, and then there's going to be like a little ledge that you can like sign in and do all this kind of stuff on. So as she wills me, she pushes me to the side where the window is, and the lady asks me my first name, my last name, my date of birth, and then she talks to the other lady about intake problems or intake procedures, and then after that, they ask me, hey, am I doing good? Am I good enough to stay? Tell her, listen, I still have chest pain because originally I came here for that, and I originally came for the pain and the uncomfortableness in my throat. So I can stand, but I still have chest. He said, that's fine. If you can get up and we can put you in a wheelchair, I'll push you to your room. I'm overly fucking over it because at the end of the day, I feel like I shouldn't be here. So I was like, look, do whatever you need to do because I'm ready to get the fuck up out of here and I'm finna have an attitude. Hurry up. And then she's like, look, you can't talk to me like that. We're gonna have respect and we're gonna talk to each other as if we're humans and adults. Girl, I don't give a fuck. If you want me to get in the wheelchair, go get the wheelchair. Whatever it takes for me to get up out of here faster, let me know. Like, that's fine. We're just going to push the bed to the room and then we'll go from there. Now, at this point, I feel like my anxiety is going through the roof because, again, I don't know why the fuck I'm here, number one. And number two, I feel like they played with me and I shouldn't have even been there in the fucking first place. Now, she wheels me to another set of double doors because that corridor is extremely long, but there's nothing in there besides that window and the little silver railing that you can sit your things on and then you can talk to the lady through the window. So she wheels me to another set of double doors. She pushes another red button and the doors open. She pushes me through these doors. Now, this is the setup of the facility. Now, as she's wheeling me in, on the left-hand side, that's where the cafeteria is. There's going to be a door opening, but there's no door there. They have plastic chairs, a table set up, like I think 2 or 3 table setups, and then they have like a sink, and they have like a big flat screen TV that's sitting on the back of the wall. On the right-hand side, that's where all the nurses are. They have the nurse's office. They have all the things like that. They have 2 different windows where you can talk to the nurses and things like that. And then they have another door, which I think had all of their like medical equipment and stuff like that. Now, In front of me, they have a long wall with like 8 or 9 doors on that wall specifically. Each door is a person's room. Now, each person's room has a door, but that door doesn't have a handle. It has like a lock mechanism. So you can't come in and out on your own free will. You have to ask them to come in and out, and your room doesn't have a bathroom because it's a mental facility. Now, on the left-hand side, once you hit the wall, because it's going to be a far wall, once you turn the corner, that's going to be around the corner from the kitchen or the cafeteria area, there's another sitting area. So they have 5 or 6 chairs set up, a couple tables, it's sitting on a carpet, and then they have a couple more chairs on the other side. Then at the end of the hallway where the wall is, there's going to be another door, and that would be the door where they do their counseling meetings, they do their group sessions, and it's going to be set up like a classroom, like literally an old school original 2000s classroom with wooden desks, and they have a chalkboard. They don't even have a whiteboard, it's a chalkboard, and they have like 2 windows, but they're closed off with these blinds that are like, you can't open them or anything like that. Now, on the right-hand side, all the way down, like I said, it continues with the rooms. You have the rooms in front of you. Now, all the way down at the end, there's going to be a big window, but the window is like so fucking thick, you can't really see down, but you can see out of it. Now, on the right-hand side of that window, there's going to be another door with another small opening, kind of like a CVS pharmacy, and that's where the nurse is going to be, like the nurse office is going to be, where you can get medications, checkups, they do your physicals, they make sure that you're okay, and if you need any changes or have any changes with your medication, that's where they'll go and they'll take you to get that done. Now, the lady is wheeling me to the nurse's office. I get to the nurse's office and she tells me, you need to get up because you have to go sit on the actual chair that's in the nurse's office. I said, that's perfectly fine, I'll do that. Get out of the bed, into the chair, and I'm waiting on the nurse. Nurse comes in and she's like, hi, I'm going to run some tests on you. We're going to do a physical. You're also going to get blood drawn, and we're going to run a couple of tests on you just to make sure that everything is okay in your body. Before she gets started, I'm like, hey, I'm having chest pains. I originally came here for chest pains, and I'm also having a weird pain in my throat every time I'm swallowing. I need you to figure this out because that is what I came here for, not to be here and for you to do a medical evaluation or a mental evaluation. Like, I understand that, but we're going to run these tests first, and then we're going to get into that later. Nigga, I just told you I'm having chest pains. What the fuck are you talking about? Now I'm getting pissed because now I'm feeling like I'm fucking delusional because I'm having chest pains. My chest is tight. It's hard for me to breathe, and I'm having a pain in my throat. Do y'all not give a fuck? So I'm already in a situation where I feel fucked. So I'm like, you know what? Let me backpedal a little bit because this attitude I got is not going to help me. Let me just shut down and be quiet. I do a physical. They get my weight. They get my height. I got to like hold my arms up in the air. She does a little thing on my knees. She does a little thing with my legs. She's like pressing on my veins and things like that, making sure that I'm okay. Then they draw blood. And then after they draw blood, they have me pee in a cup because they're like, we got to test your urine. What the fuck ever. She asked me a few questions. She asked me, have I ever done drugs? Then she asked me, have I ever been homeless? Then she asked me, have I ever had any like STIs or anything like that? It's no across the board. And I told her it's no. And she comes back and she brings me medication. And I'm like, okay, medication for my chest? I'm like, because my chest is not feeling good. I thought we hadn't even talked about that yet. But I'm like, okay, maybe you just got me some Advil or something. I don't know. She said, no, this medication is going to help you manage your emotions because the nurse that originally brought you in here was saying that you guys kind of got into a little back and forth. And she feels like you have a little bit of a temper. What the fuck are you talking about? So now I have to take medication to manage my emotions? Bitch, you got me fucked up. I told you my motherfucking chest. I'm like, listen, why would I take medication?
Here's my thing, though. It's just a little bit, it's just some, if you coming in there for chest pains and all of this other shit, like you said that your chest hurt and you feeling bad and all of this other shit, why is it that you come in for chest pains and they automatically assume that something is mentally wrong with you? That's the part that I'm trying to figure out. And that's the part that I'm trying to understand here. Like, when you go in for chest pain, is that what they do? Because I've never just had no chest pains like that. So can somebody please explain to me how the fuck did they get that out of him having chest pains? Because that's the part that I'm trying to figure out and understand. Because what the fuck are we talking about here? What the fuck are we talking about here? Because he came in for chest pains. And now we're going to a fucking padded room. Can somebody please tell me something? Because I feel like I'm being insensitive. And I'm really not. I'm just trying to understand. You know, I don't know. Let me look at some of these comments here. I mean, he may have done or said something that triggered the reason the nurse raised the concern. Okay, I'm confused by them because why haven't they are with chest pain just trying to make him a psych patient? Let me see. It just seems that there's more to this story. Okay, so this feels like he has a lawsuit. That's what I'm saying. Shit. But let's continue. I don't think we skipped any parts because the last night when I did my live, it actually stopped at this point. Like this was the stopping point where he was talking about going to the hospital for the chest pains. So yeah, so we ain't skipped nothing. Trust me. I went back and I made sure that we was on the right spot. Trust me, ain't nothing skipped. He filled out paperwork that suggested mental health. It seems like he leaving something out that's not making sense. Let's continue.
Right now, to manage any goddamn kind of emotion when my chest is in pain. My anxiety is fucking through the roof. Like, hello, you're not helping this situation. Can we deal with the situation at hand first before you try to diagnose me with some goddamn medicine that's going to supposedly help me? Really tell her, I'm like, listen, can we deal with my chest before we deal with my emotion? She said, no, we're going to deal with this first. And then later, I'm going to bring you back in. And then we're going to work on whatever is happening with your chest. And I'm like, I'm at a fucking mental facility. So I don't have any other motherfucking option besides taking the fucking medicine. Or they're going to have to fucking keep me here probably motherfucking longer. So I'm like, you know what? Give me the medicine. Give me the water. I don't care no more. I took the fucking medicine and she's like, okay, good. Now we're going to hook you up to this machine. Like she put an IV in my arm and then she hooked me up to this machine. And then she was like, I'm going to get a wheelchair and we're going to wheel you to your room. Now I get in the wheelchair. They wheel me to the room. My room is 3 doors down from the office. In order to get in and out of your room, you have to get buzzed. So they buzz the door and the door opens. Now, when you first walk into the room, on the left-hand side, they have a big fat-ass poster that talks about your feelings and has like the feeling wheel, and it has all the different words that you can use and all that stuff to describe how you're feeling. It's very small and narrow, and in the back, they have a long table across the wall. It's a plastic table, and they have a plastic chair. And then on the table, they have like paper and a pencil. On the back wall, there's like a small window, but it's so fucking high, you can't never look out the bit. Now, on the right-hand side, they have a concrete slab that's attached to the fucking wall. And then they have like this thin-ass motherfucking mat that's supposed to be the bed. One small pillow and 2 blankets that are laid out on the bed. Then they had my clothes, because I have to change, on top of the bed. The room comes with motherfucking concrete floors. So that is it, and that is all in the room. You don't have a handle. Oh, you have a little button box that's like attached to the door frame that you push in order for them to let you out, but they can talk to you through that fucking little small ass thing. Also, the doors come with a small window that you can look out and you can look into. I'm pretty sure it's just to check on people during the night when they do room checks. I'm pretty sure that's what it's. Nurse wheels me in and says, I have to get up and I have to change my clothes. She said, you need to change to the new set of clothes that we gave you that's going to be sitting on your bed. Like, no, I have to watch you change. That's just the procedures here. Whatever, girl, you just want to see this ass. That's cool. So I get changed into the outfit that they had set out for me. It was gray sweats, a white shirt, and then they had like these long sleeves as well that they had on the side, but I didn't put that on, and then just gave me the motherfucking socks that you put on. He said that the doctor is going to come visit me in an hour. He's going to talk to me about my chest pains. But for now, I need to lay down, and then I need to have that machine, and don't unplug it. It needs to stay in my arm, and then somebody's going to come check on me every 15 minutes to make sure everything is okay. I said, well, whatever, and laid my motherfucking ass down. And at this point, I'm crying. Because I'm fucking hysterical as, why the fuck am I here? I should never be here. I'm in a fucking isolated room where I can't even fucking open the door. I don't even have a fucking bathroom. I'm laying on a fucking concrete slab and this little plastic ass fucking piece of fucking bed. Bitch, I'm pissed. Lay down and I'm falling asleep. And then I end up in sleep. And then I wake up and there's fucking 4 motherfuckers standing over me. I'm confused because there's people standing over me. I'm like, what is going on? Now I hear the lady talking to me, but my body is fucking heavy and I'm like trying to sit up and she like holds my shoulder down and I'm like, what is going on? Like, don't try to get up. I was trying to get your information from the machine while you were laying down sleeping, and then I tried to tap you on your shoulder, but you didn't wake up, so I went and got the doctor. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I just woke up. She was like, yeah, but we've been in here for about 10 minutes. Okay, what the fuck? Doctor starts talking. He's like, hey, Ellis, how are you? How you feeling? Can you count to 10? So I count to 10. He was like, okay. He was like, can you tell me your first and last name? Absolutely. He was like, can you tell me your date of birth? Absolutely. So I go through the motions with him and he's asking me all these questions. He was like, all right, can you sit up for me? And I like slowly sat up, but I just felt like I was in slow motion. Like, fuck, am I hot? I was like, good. He was like, now can you turn and put your legs as if you're sitting down in the chair on the bed? And I go ahead and I turn around and I put my legs down. He's like, all right, cool. The next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to have you lift your leg one by one as I'm counting. So we go through the motions. Everything is fine. Then he starts talking to me about what medicine I took. I told him, I don't know what fucking medicine I took. They told me I needed to take this medicine to balance out my emotions when I was having chest pain. It was like, okay, the nurse told me that you said you were having chest pains and that's why I was coming to visit you, but you don't know what kind of medication you took. No, I don't know what fucking medication I took. I don't have any paperwork. Hello, clearly. Also, they never said it verbatim what medicine you're taking. She gave me 2 pills and told me, good luck, take this water. You're going to have to take it. He's looking confused like, are you sure they didn't tell you? Nigga, I'm not going to lie to you about taking medicine or not. Clearly, I took the goddamn medicine. What the fuck are we talking about? I don't know what the fuck I took. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. What we're going to do is I'm going to get the wheelchair. We're going to push you to my office and then we're going to have a conversation. And then I'm going to have someone come evaluate you for your chest. So he wheels me to his office. And the first question he asks me is, well, why am I here? Nigga, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know. I don't want to be here. That's all I know. So help me get up out of here because I got shit to do. He says, well, a lot of people come here because they have a mental crisis and they need help. Said all the health professionals that you've seen prior to me said that you needed a mental evaluation and you needed to be here for 72 hours and that's why you're here. I told him, listen, that's understandable, but let me tell you why I'm here. I originally came to the hospital because I was having chest pains. And then I also had a weird feeling in my throat every time I fucking swallowed. That is why I came to the hospital. Not once did I say I need a mental evaluation. Not once did I say I was like having any kind of mental crisis or anything like that. They kept asking me questions. All the questions I asked were no to. And then the only ones I didn't answer no to was the one on the piece of paper that they originally gave me when I first signed in. It was like, oh, well, based off of that, that is why you're here. Oh, well, next time I'm going to make sure I lie. Next time, I don't even want to touch that sheet. I'm not touching that sheet. I'm balling it up and I'm throwing it in the garbage. He's like, that's not, you can't do that. Like, we're not going to be able to see you unless you fill that out. Well, I guess next time I won't come to this hospital. Thank you. And he starts doing the tests on my chest. He starts running little labs and things like that. Mind you, his office is like an actual office with a desk, but on the right-hand side, he has a table and a whole setup like it's a doctor's office. After he runs the test on me, he does like the little thing on my chest. He asks me to breathe in, breathe out. He does a little taps on my back with the little thing. And then he asked me, he was like, hey, have you eaten? I was like, come to think of it, my pizza's in the microwave right motherfucking now. I did not eat. He was like, did you drink any water or have any liquids to drink? I was like, no. I've been dealing with this bullshit for about 2.5, almost 3 hours. What are we talking about? I was like, okay, well, let's do that first, and then we're going to get into actually deep diving about what's going on with your body. And then he said, I'm going to have you see a psychiatrist after you eat. I'm like, okay, whatever the fuck. And then he said, listen, you have to have a good attitude. If there's nothing wrong with you, just have a positive attitude. Let the 3 days go by fast, and then you'll be out of here sooner than later. And I told him, listen, I'm not supposed to be here in the first motherfucking place. So I can't have a good attitude when I'm not supposed to be here. He was like, as long as you try, I promise you it'll go by smoother. If you don't put effort, they can keep you. I said, oh, no, the fuck say not, baby. I'll jump out that window. Don't play with me. He said, don't say stuff like that because they can record it. Everything in here is recorded. There's cameras and they have audio. Everything is here. He said, so please try to watch your mouth. I said, okay, all right. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get out of here. So I'm going to do what you said. They wheel me to the cafeteria. No one is in it. There are no clocks on the wall. I don't know what time it is. I can't tell if it's dark outside because the way that everything is set up and even the windows, everything is frosted. So you don't know if it's dark outside or if it's light outside. He wheels me to the table and the table is like a plastic fucking setup table. And then he brings me this plate. It has a chocolate milk, a slice of fucking like this weird looking bread. And then it has peas, carrots, and like one piece of fucking like unseasoned goddamn chicken. This kid look like I could bust a motherfucking window out with it. The peas and the corn look like motherfucking mashed potatoes and gravy. Bitch, and the goddamn chicken look like it's still motherfucking clucking. Took a bite of the chicken. It was cold. I was like,
here's my thing about hospitals, and I know this ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but why do the hospitals just serve that nasty ass food? I know we at a hospital. I know we are. But baby, okay, gotcha. But baby, why does the food have to be nasty? Like, why? When my mama was in the hospital having surgery, my mama wouldn't even eat that shit off that plate. It was nasty. I would have rather went to Chick-fil-A and got her something to eat. Why does food have to be nasty? I'm just saying. I don't want to eat that. I don't want to eat that. Go get me some Zaxby's. I don't want that. The fuck. Continue though.
I took one bite of the chicken, maybe two. I took a bite of the bread, and I took a bite of the peas and the motherfucking corn. And I was like, I'm done. Then a lady comes in, and she was like, oh, are you done? I was like, yeah, I really don't want this. She was like, well, the doctor said that you needed to eat it all. So until you eat it all, we're not going to be able to leave. Bitch, what the fuck? Do I look 12 to you? Do I look 8? I don't need you to spoon feed me and tell me what the...
Something tells me that he came there thinking it was a hospital, but it was really a psych ward. That's what it's giving me. Because why else would he be going through this type of shit? It had to be a mistake somewhere, because I just don't see this.
The fuck I need to motherfucking eat. Damn, it's not even good. Remember what the doctor said? He was like, just do what you need to do, have a positive attitude, and you'll get out here sooner than later. So I ate it. Whatever the fucking case may be, I fucking ate it. I hated that shit. And once I finished, the lady comes back. She was like, all right, you're finished. So I'm going to take you back to the doctor's office. The doctor says, hey, we ran all the tests that we could. I don't see anything particularly wrong with your chest. Maybe you're having really, really bad anxiety. He said, but I also see that something is up with your appendix. Now he was like, did you have surgery? I said, yeah, I had my appendix removed. Oh, okay. He was like, are you on medications for it? Yeah, I'm taking my medication for it every single day. He asked me, he was like, oh, did you take your medication today? And I was like, no, I'm in here with you. Hello? Like, ooh, that might actually be the problem. Let me go get some medication and then we'll go from there. So like, okay, cool. Whatever you feel like is going to help my chest and help my throat, you the doctor, I'm gonna let you do that. So he comes in and he says, I'm going to have the nurse come in and sit with you while I go get your prescription and your medication ready. Nurse comes in and she sits down at his desk and she's looking at me. Mind you, she's a black lady and she has like sort of kind of gray hair. She has these big cute glasses on. No shade, I really liked her glasses. Their name was green too. And she has like this red lipstick on and she's cute. She's cute. Goes into how are you? Are you okay? Everything like that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm okay. Like, actually, I do want to say something. You look very familiar. Have you been here before? Like, is this your first time? I'm like, girl, I've never been into a motherfucking hospital like this ever. I barely go to the hospital in the motherfucking first place. Girl, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I've never been in this facility at all. I don't know you. Ain't never seen you. Ain't never seen this place before. And this is my first time at this hospital. She's like, oh, that's fine. I was just wondering, because, again, we have a lot of people that come in and out. And sometimes I remember faces and things like that. I'm like, I get it. You're a nurse. Ain't no telling how many people that you done seen that look like me. I'm just saying. The doctor come back and he brings me my medication. The medication is basically the equivalent of Tylenol and ibuprofen. He says in about 4 to 6 hours, he's going to come back and check on me, and then they're going to see what's going on with my body from there. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever the case may be. I don't care. I'm tired. I'm going to go lay down. I'm tired. And then he says the psychiatrist would like to see you before you go back to your room. And I said, okay, I don't have a choice, do I? He was like, not really. They wheel me to the psychiatrist's office, and there's this white man sitting there with these big-ass glasses on. So they wheel me to this table, and he's like, hey, how are you? I said, I'm pretty good. Even though I'm not motherfucking good, bitch, I want to leave. Okay, good. He was like, well, how was your day today? And I'm like, clearly my day is motherfucking going great, right? Look around us. Let's look around us. And like, I literally did it just like that because I got fed up of people asking me stupid ass fucking questions. Like, clearly, I'm in a bad position right now. Bitch, I want to go home. And he's like, oh, okay. He was like, so, does that mean you're not having a good day? I said, no, I'm not having a good day. I want to go home and I want to go back to eat my motherfucking pizza in my goddamn microwave. I don't want to deal with it. He was like, well, unfortunately, we're here now and I think that it's good to talk about it. Now, at this point, I don't want to have to talk to a fucking psychiatrist. I don't even want to look at you. I'm tired. They gave me medicine. I don't know what kind of medicine they gave me the first time. Now I'm dealing with a fucking doctor that gave me more medicine and I'm over it. I'm acting just like that because, bitch, I'm tired of y'all asking me motherfucking questions. What the fuck do I look like? Okay, well, we're going to calm down. He was like, so tell me your favorite color. I'm like, red. He's like, okay, what's your favorite food? Pizza. I love pizza. The pizza in my microwave was amazing, but I didn't get to eat it. And he cracked a smile because I think that he sees like I'm being sarcastic, but he also knows like I'm being honest. Like, bitch, I don't want to be. He asked me, what's your favorite movie? And I was like, Stitch, Lilo and Stitch. Like, oh, I like Lilo and Stitch too. And I'm like, okay, cool. I guess we both like Lilo and Stitch. I don't know. Like, is your favorite character on the show Stitch? Then he's like, let me guess, your favorite character on the show is Stitch. And I'm like, well, yeah, everybody loves Stitch. And he was like, no, why do you love Stitch? And I was like, I don't know. It resonates with me, My family life is kind of like tied to him. They asked me how so. I'm like, well, Stitch is adopted pretty much. And so Lilo adopted Stitch and then he became a part of the family, but he always felt like it was odd or whatever the case may be. And he tried to run away and be someone and be with the other people that are supposed to be like him. And then he goes off and does his own thing, but he realized his family has been here all the time with Lilo. He was like, oh, are you adopted? I'm like, yes, I'm fucking adopted. That's why the story fucking resonates with me. Like, well, how do you feel about being adopted? Like, how does that affect you? I'm like, I'm always in some fucking shit because of it. And he was like, well, did you being adopted lead you here? I like paused because I'm like, what? Like, huh? Like, I don't know. That when he said that, it made me so fucking emotional. And I was like, kinda. Like, yeah. Like, well, I can see why you're frustrated. You know, the things that happened in your life led you to this place. And I can understand why you don't want to be here and why you really don't want to talk about it. He was like, I wouldn't want to talk about it either. Like, you're making me cry, dude. I don't want to cry. I want to go to sleep. He was like, no, absolutely. He was like, listen, I think that's good for today. I think that me and you have a good understanding. He was like, I love your personality, by the way. He was like, keep it up. He was like, I think that we'll be able to get more into where you are and why we're here. And he was like, I am here to talk to you. Use me as a resource. Anytime you want to come talk to me, come talk to me. If it's just a little simple question that you have to ask, or if you just feel like you need somebody to listen to, or if you want somebody to listen to you, I'm here. Like, thank you, doctor. Can you take me to my room? Because I'm tired. He was like, I'll have the nurse come in and she'll take you to your room. So the nurse comes in, she wheels me to my room, and I'm actually sitting, I'm thinking like, this man made me cry in less than 10 minutes. And where am I? I want to go home. So they take me to the room. I go lay down on that hard ass piece of motherfucking concrete. And then they wake me up in like 3 fucking hours. I'm fucking confused because I'm just like tired. I'm delusional. I'm like, what is going on? And there's a bright ass light on. The nurse comes in and she says, the doctor has requested that you take this medication every 3 hours. Now the nurse says again that I have to take this medication every 3 hours. The last time they said that, I fell asleep and bitches, I woke up and motherfuckers was standing over me like the children of the corn. Like, listen, only way I'm taking that is if you tell me what the fuck it is. Now she said some long ass name and she said it's supposed to help me sleep. Girl, when did I say I needed help sleeping? Fuck. When did I ever say a bitch couldn't sleep? Girl, I can sleep whenever the fuck I want to. I can close these eyes right now. And you gonna tell me I need to take motherfucking medicine. Girl, you didn't hear me snoring 2 minutes ago? When I turned that motherfucking light on and interrupted my motherfucking sleep, maybe I would be asleep, but now we're here. She says it's doctor's orders and I have to make sure that you swallow it. Girl, you gotta make sure none of it. I know how to swallow. I fucking drink the medicine. She has a small ass box of fucking water. Like water in a box is crazy. And it was nasty. I was like, ugh. Like, that's great.
You know how to swallow.
Glad you took the medicine. I'm going to wake you up in about 5 hours because you have a class. Girl, class? In like school class? Like I have to go and attend a fucking, like learn? Girl, please. I said, I don't really want to do that, girl. I don't need to learn nothing. She said, listen, you don't have to participate, but if you want to leave this place, you have to participate. I'm going to advise you to participate because if you don't, and we have to put that down, you probably will be sad. I said, oh, you don't have to worry about it, girl. I'll be up there. When do we get, when I'll be there. I go to sleep. They wake me up and they're like, hey, we're going to have breakfast. At this point, they're like, we don't have to like wheel you around no more. Is that okay? I'm like, oh, absolutely, bitch. I can walk. I never needed to be wheeled around in the first place, but bitch, I just felt like I wanted to be a princess in the movie, bitch. Thank you. First comes in and she's like, hey, yeah, it's morning time. We're going to do breakfast. I'm going to have you get in this line with these people over here and they're going to give you the things that you need to brush your teeth and wash your face. And then we'll take you to the bathroom and then you'll do all of that. And we don't need to wheel you around anymore, right? I was like, oh, no, you don't have to wheel me around. I just wanted you to do that because I want to feel like a Disney princess in a movie. But yeah, no, I'm good. So I go out and I get in this line. Now, this line has like 15 people in it and we're all literally wearing the same thing, which is kind of crazy because now I feel like I'm in jail. And they hand you a toothbrush, some toothpaste, and this little ass thing that you're supposed to squeeze out. And I guess it's like a one-use type of thing. And they give you this cloth to wash your face. And then I guess you don't take showers in the morning. You have to take showers in the afternoon, but I digress. We'll get to that. Hand me this care package and we walk to the bathroom. There's only 2 bathrooms, one for boys and one for girls. And as they walk you to the bathroom, it's one by one in the bathroom and they have to watch you brush your motherfucking teeth, wash your face. And when you're done, you have to throw it in this little baggie that they're holding. And then you leave and then you got to line up outside of the classroom door. It was the most awkwardest shit I ever motherfucking had to do. But I digress, bitch. You want to watch me? Hey, I don't give a fuck. So we all line outside of the fucking classroom. And then this old black man, I'm talking about, he old as hell. It looked like he was off of Good Times. I'm talking about, and he had the nerve to have like a gray high top. And you know what? I shouldn't be talking about somebody that had their rights and was free. Bitch, I'm wrong. Old man come in and he's shuffling with his little book bag. He's like, hey guys, how you doing? Good morning. I see some new faces. Already fucking aggravated. Bitch, I do not want to be up in this motherfucking class with these motherfucking people. God, I want to go home. We walk into the classroom again. There's like 15 of us. Each desk is like a wooden desk, and it comes with a plastic chair. There's a fucking plastic table for the teacher's desk, and there's a fucking chalkboard. And there's like a long window on the side, but it's frosted, so you can't see out of it and you can't see in it. So everybody sits in random ass fucking seats, and he sits at his desk, and he puts his thing down, and he's like pulling out fucking papers, right? Now, he doesn't say anything for a minute because I guess he's just a little bit slower than everybody. Cool, fine. He pulls the papers out and he's organizing all types of shit. And I'm just like, bitch, I'm gonna go home. So he passes out the papers and it's literally just a blank piece of paper. And I'm like, okay, you sat there this long shuffling fucking papers and bitch, okay. And he passed out these pencils that didn't have fucking erasers, which is like, girl, if I make a mistake, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Cross it out? Like, girl, be for real. You could have gave me a motherfucking eraser, girl, at least on the side. So he tells us, can you write your first and last name on the paper? So I write my first and last name. Then he's like, oh, can you guys write the date? Everybody looking around, and I'm like, y'all not gonna say nothing? Okay, cool. We don't know what date it is, and they ain't got no motherfucking calendars or clocks. I don't even know what time it is. They're like, oh, it's the 19th, and I don't remember what fucking time he told us. I really don't. And then he says, I want you to write down one word that explains why you are here. Everybody writes their fucking word. I'm still sitting here like, bitch, I don't know. I'm here because I'm a badass bitch. And my ass is fat. I don't fucking know. Like, I genuinely don't know why I'm here. I'm supposed to be home right now eating my motherfucking pizza, laying on my motherfucking goddamn bed. Why the fuck am I in a goddamn mental facility? Girl, I don't know. The fuck? I should have been home. Everybody writes their shit down and I'm just still stuck because I don't know why I'm fucking here, sir. I don't know. Then he calls on the girl next to me and he says, hey, what did you put down? And she was like, drugs. I'm like, okay, sister girl. That's crazy. I'm not one to judge. Bitch, because we all in here. And everybody's like, yeah, that was my answer too. Yeah, that was my answer too. And I'm like, God damn. Oh my God, what's going on? I'm not trying to judge y'all. We all look like twins in them, but I don't got that problem. I'm sorry. And then he called on the dude right next to me. And he was like, well, why are you in here? And he was like, anger issues. And everybody's like, yeah, sounds about right. I'm like, is he a frequent flyer? Because what y'all talking about sounds about right. And then they started laughing. What the fuck? And he calls on me. And I don't have nothing on my paper, bitch, besides my name, the date, and the time. And I'm like, family? He was like, family? He's like, that's a new one. I've never heard of that. And I was like, well, he was like, okay, well, can you explain? And I'm like, fuck. I just feel like my family has affected me in a way that fucked me up and now I'm here. He was like, whoa, can we watch our language? He was like, just say it in a different way. I was like, do you not want my honest opinion? That's how I talk outside of here. That's how I'm going to talk in here. But if it's going to help me get out of here, my family has affected me. And now I'm here. And then he started to say like, okay, well, do you take accountability for your actions because you're saying your family is the reason why you're here? What about you? I'm like, you know what? Absolutely. It's my fault. Yep, I'm here because of me. My bad, wrong answer. And he was like, you know what? I love the accountability. Good job. I'm like, you know what? I need to get out the 14,000 dimension of bullshit. I can't play insane in a motherfucking crazy place. I just can't. And I'm not saying like, oh, all of these people are crazy. It's just the way that everything is set up. It makes you feel as though something is completely wrong with you. Oh my God, I had a very simple answer. I said family. Sorry, it wasn't the answer that you wanted, but if it's not going to help me get out of here, baby, I'm start faking it till I make it. At that moment, I knew I had to fake it till I make it when I should have been doing it since I motherfucking got that. Class was only about 15 minutes, and again, he just went around calling on people and told them to explain, what that word means to them. After class, he's like, hey, can I talk to you? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's not like I probably don't got a fucking choice. They make you do everything. And I'm like, okay, what's up? What you want? What's good? And he's like, I feel a different energy from you. He was like, I don't know if maybe you just came across a bad time or a bad issue. He was like, but I feel like people in here that come here for actual issues for their mental health, I feel like you don't have that. Oh, okay. I'm glad you noticed. Now help me get the fuck up out of here. Listen, if you want to get discharged on time, come to class. Pay attention. Participate. Have a great mood. And have a great mood the whole day. You will be discharged, I promise you. Probably before the 72 hours. I'm listening to you. Seems like you know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm going to play same. After I leave, we're supposed to be having lunch at this point. So I go into the motherfucking cafeteria and I go and I take an empty seat. Mind you, we can't get up. We can't do anything. They come, they bring the lunch to us. Now there's this blonde haired motherfucking girl who's sitting in the front. Mind you, they have the TV on. So everybody's pretty much facing the TV. Now what they had on the TV was fucking cartoons and nothing too crazy. It was literally like 2 or 3 different cartoons that played back to back to back. And it was the same fucking one, which pissed me off. Bring us our lunch and it's a sandwich, some apples, and a chocolate milk. Now, that blonde-haired girl got her plate dropped off. And she's like, I don't eat apples. The lady was like, oh, well, there's apples there. you have to eat the apples. She's like, no, I don't eat apples. I don't care. I don't eat apples. Now everybody looking at her and they just go back to doing what they do. And I'm assuming this is a regular occurrence. So why the fuck are you gonna bring this girl apples when she probably never eats apples? The nurse says, eat your apples. You have to eat your apples. It's not negotiable. That blonde hair girl politely slides the whole motherfucking tray off the table. I don't know if she does this all the time, or I don't know if she's been there multiple times and she's done this multiple times, but as soon as that tray hit the motherfucking floor, I'm talking about 4 goddamn nurses came running in the motherfucking room, and they're like, hey, you can't do that. We're gonna restrain you if you do that. Blonde hair girl got up and started yelling, no, don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. I'm like, what in the fuck? What? Nigga, give me a... And then the bitch start peeing. I say she had a flood. I'm talking about it was just... And everybody is just eating. These niggas are eating like it's motherfucking normal. I don't have an appetite at this point. You telling me the motherfucker pissed a puddle, standing in it, and now y'all restraining her, and I'm just supposed to be eating this dry-ass motherfucking ham and turkey sandwich with no mayonnaise? They restrained this girl in her piss. I'm talking about... It's not funny. Like, where's the care? Where's the understanding? She's having an episode. You're going to restrain her in her own urine? Hello? I don't know what fucking song that was that she was fucking singing. I ain't never heard it before, but clearly she didn't want to be touched because she said, no, don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Hello? They gave her 50 feet and let her calm down. It took 4 motherfucking women to restrain this one like she's skinny ass blonde hair girl. They picked her up, all dyed her, and took her to the room. Everybody is just eating like it's motherfucking normal. I got to get the fuck up out of here. Mind you,
to be honest, although it's the way he's saying it that has me laughing, because I really feel like her saying that this is my no square, that means that she was possibly like taken advantage of. So that's not the funny part about it. The funny part is the way he's explaining it. But when he says this is my no square, that's probably, yeah, I see it.
Man comes in with a hazmat suit, a mop, and some spray. And he goes to the area and he's cleaning it. He's cleaning the puddle. He's cleaning the table. He cleans the chair. And I guess he sprays it with the thing because he sprays the whole thing down. And I'm guessing it's sanitizer. Bitch, if you have a hazmat suit on and she just pissed in the whole area, what about me? What about my motherfucking throat and my nostril? Bitch, I can smell me. And the nurse comes in and she asks, are we all okay? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I'm walking out the motherfucking hospital, bitch, and I'm ready to go. I don't even want to motherfucking look back to this motherfucker, because, bitch, you got me fucked up. I was here for 1.5 days, too motherfucking long. So I tried to turn my motherfucking phone on. That bitch was dead. I'm like, shit, I don't really remember how I got here, because, bitch, I took a motherfucking Uber, but that's not the motherfucking case. Bitch, we going home. I started walking in the direction, or kind of the direction of my house, and then I got my motherfucking eyes together, and I was like, okay. I'm starting to remember some of these. Like, it was a McDonald's, it was a Target, it was... Yeah, we on the same path. We got there. We going home. So I finally get home, and I'm like, my bed. Oh, my bed. Bitch, I laid in that motherfucker, and I cried. Because, bitch, I should have never been in there in the fucking first place. I'm Jew. My pizza is still in the motherfucking microwave. I didn't eat it. I threw that bitch away because I don't do that. So I'm going through all the paperwork he gave me, because remember, they gave me hella paperwork. They gave me the discharge paperwork. They told me, oh, well, this is what we think medications you could take to help with your mental health, whatever the fucking case may be. And then he gave me the paperwork for the therapist. Now, I made the man a promise, and I said, I guess I'll go to motherfucking therapy since you're going to discharge me early. I got to take that motherfucking promise, and I'm going to do what I got to do. You know, I don't want to motherfucking do it, bitch. I don't want to do it. Then I was like, ooh. I miss work. Oh my God, I'm supposed to be at Starbucks. Oh my fucking God, what the fuck? I was like, oh, let me charge my phone. Let me get all my shit together, because I need to call motherfucking Kim and make sure she don't motherfucking fire me, bitch, because I need to keep my motherfucking job. I don't work at the Dairy Queen no more. Oh, shit, Little Caesar. Fuck. I called both of my jobs, and I told them I was in the hospital. They was like, okay, you're good. Mind you, I hadn't even started Little Caesars yet, but I let them know anyway, because I was supposed to start that Friday, and I think this was a Wednesday. No, it was a Tuesday. So the next couple of days go by normal. I go to work.
Listen, I know this ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but I just looked on Instagram and they said that Miss Pat got 3 new episodes sitting on BET Plus right now. And I'm very tempted to end this live and get right back in my motherfucking bed and watch the Miss Pat show. But I'm going to keep on going.
I come home, I go through my time, I enjoy my life. I'm really trying to get back to having a positive attitude. I call Vidia because I'm like, I haven't talked to her in about 2 days and I need to contact her because we were talking every day and I felt bad. Vidia gets on the phone and she's like, oh my God, I missed you. How you been? I was like, I've been good. I don't tell her I was in the mental hospital. Please understand why. I did not want to stress her. I don't want to stress anybody the fuck out. I was like, listen, I'll tell her eventually, but at this point, I was like, I don't want to tell her right now because she's going to be extremely worried. I told her, listen, I just took a couple days and I was just tired and I just really didn't want to worry you, but I'm calling you now, girl. What you doing? Nia starts going in and telling me all the wonderful things she's doing. She's like, I'm doing my music. I'm loving my house. I'm enjoying my life. I love my job. And I'm just loving where I am. And I'm proud of myself because I'm making the things that I wanted as a kid happen. And they're coming true. Like my dreams are coming true. I'm like, I'm so fucking happy. Like, I'm so happy. I love you so much. And you deserve every fucking thing from the top to the fucking bottom, bitch. And honestly, it's not even enough. We're just talking about everything that she's doing and how involved in her own life that she is. And it's just like, I love to hear when someone is doing the things that they want to fucking do. And then she asked me, she's like, well, what about you? And I'm like, I'm just working, girl. I'm just motherfucking working. She was like, oh, that's good though. That's good that you always maintain a fucking job and you're just doing great in life. I'm like, I don't know about doing great, girl, but I got a job. I can tell you that. They hang up the phone and then I just sat there and I thought about everything. And I'm like, I want to get my life together. 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 And I just said it over and over and over and over and over and over. I said it so many fucking times, I start crying because I really, truly wanted to get my life together to the point to where I stood on 2 feet, that I have my own place, that I have my own things, and that I'm not dependent or in a relationship or talking to another person. Say, you know what? It's time for a fucking change. It's time for a fucking change. Say, you know what? In March, I'm leaving Michigan. I'm not doing this shit no more. But I'm going to do this correctly, and I'm going to set my life up to have all the things that I motherfucking want. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to motherfucking school. I want to go back to school, and I want to get me another motherfucking degree, and I'm going to make sure I get that motherfucking degree. I said number motherfucking 2, I'm going to make sure that I leave Starbucks the same way that I left Starbucks the first time. I'm going to make sure that when I'm ready to go, I put in my 2 weeks, and I leave with great motherfucking communication. Number 3, I'm going to have a plan to not only get my own motherfucking apartment, but I'm going to make sure it's in a cheap, nice area that's affordable, and I can stack my motherfucking money. Now, I told Starbucks that I would be leaving at the end of March. It's the beginning of March, and I told Starbucks that I would be leaving at the end of March. I still didn't know where the fuck I was going, but I knew that I had to get the fuck up out of Michigan. I could not be there no more. I told Little Caesars this as well, but again, I wasn't going to stay at Little Caesars. I was just doing it for an extra check. Now, the man that let me rent a room in his house, he was so fucking nice. He was barely there, though. Like, he never was there. Like, anytime that I would be there, I would buy my motherfucking self. It kind of made me feel awkward and weird. Like, do you really own this house or something going on the side? But that's none of my motherfucking problem. I had a motherfucking room and a roof over my goddamn head. Bitch, I was happy. I still hadn't reached out to the therapist at this point, and I wanted to wait until I got settled in order to do so. Now, I ended up giving the man that I was living with $2,000 on the last day that I left because, number 1, I appreciated everything that he did for me. And number 2, I wanted to make sure, just in case he had somebody come in and it took a little while for him to get somebody in the room, baby, he would be set and then he could kind of relax and do that because he helped me so motherfucking much. I didn't tell anybody in my life. At this point, I was talking to Vania and I was talking to my best friend, Christian. I didn't tell anybody about where I was going and my plans to leave. I just knew that I had to leave Michigan in order to get my life together. At this point, I done saved up about $5,000 to $6,000. I worked the rest of that month. I worked extra motherfucking hours. Bitch, I was working so motherfucking hard, you would have thought my motherfucking legs was going to fall the fuck off, bitch. But guess what? That money came in. Now, by the end of the month, I had about $9,000 altogether saved up. I had about $300 in cash that I had been saving that I got from tips at motherfucking Little Caesars and Starbucks. At this point, I still didn't have a fucking location. I was cleaning up the room. I was packing all my things because, again, I didn't have a location, but baby, I wanted to be ready when the time was coming because I was like, you know what? I got to go. And I made sure I left in a way that respected everybody that gave me options and positions. And Kim for hiring me at Starbucks, and I told her I loved her to death. I thanked the motherfucking store manager at Little Caesars because I was like, listen, you gave me an extra job, and thank you for giving me the extra hours. I thanked the man who gave me a motherfucking house and a motherfucking room to rent. And I also thanked the one person that I met in Michigan for all the good times that we had and we shared because I would miss him and I loved him. And I blocked him. I'm cleaning my room. I found all the papers and packets that the therapist gave me. And then I found the information to the other therapist. Now, I went through the paperwork and I see on the back of the fucking card that he gave me that he was based in Texas. I got a bright motherfucking idea. I was like, you know what? You're going to be seeing me in person, sir. You're going to be seeing me in person. I told myself, if I'm going to be going to Texas, baby, I need to have a motherfucking plan. Now, after doing the drive from Chowchilla to Michigan, a bitch won't be getting in a car traveling nowhere ever the fuck again. Too motherfucking risky, and I got an attention span of a fucking rock when it comes to driving. Absolutely the fuck not. I'm going to be catching a motherfucking flight. I made sure to work the whole fucking month of March because I wanted to make sure I had enough money to travel and do what I needed to do in Texas. First thing I did was I researched the motherfucking industries in Texas to see what pays the most. What can I get immediately that's going to benefit me the most in this moment? There was two things I wanted to do. The first thing I wanted to do was make sure when I got there, I could make money. And I did not want to go back to Starbucks because it would have took a long time to get hired again. But I knew that was an option in the long run. Then I wanted to make sure I found stable motherfucking housing so I didn't have to have a problem of getting where I needed to go. While I was preparing to go to Texas, I made sure that I got 2 different certifications. My Texas-specific training in bartending, and I got my bartending certification. I also got my Serve Safe certification certified in Texas as well. And I also got my forklift certification. Please, I don't know why I got that shit, but I got it. And I can still use that bitch to this day. The reason why I ended up getting the bartending certification is because I knew that I needed to go in a motherfucking industry that, number one, I can see my money immediately. And number two, I can use my motherfucking customer service skills to make them pockets hurt. In order for me to see money immediately, I decided, hey, let me become a server. Now I have to look at the location I really want to go to because at the end of the day, it's all about location when it comes to motherfucking Texas, bitch, because there's one thing I knew about Texas and them motherfuckers don't play. Texas don't like black people. But I also know this is where I need to go to change. I don't know why, but that's where my spirit was leading me. Like, I don't know where to go. At the map of Texas, and I seen the different cities. I seen Dallas, Austin, and Houston. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to go to a big city. I don't want to go to a big city. If I go to a big city, I'm going to get distracted. I'm going to have to redo this whole motherfucking shit. And bitch, I don't know how much time I got left on this earth to be playing these games like this. I want to get my life together and I want to take it step by step. So I have to go to a smaller city. Because I don't have a car, I said, I have to figure out how this is going to work for me. Depending on the city that I go to, I have to make sure my job is close to wherever I'll be staying because I don't exactly want to go get a car right now because I don't want a motherfucking car now. What I do is I looked up every single major chain that has a restaurant that hires servers. Darden was the first one to pop up that's in Texas. Now, Darden has hella motherfucking restaurants. I'm talking about restaurants goddamn galore. And I was like, oh my God, there's options. 2 options that stuck out to me the most. Longhorn Steakhouse and Olive Garden. At this point in my life, I have never been a server. I don't know nothing about Longhorn Steakhouse, and I ain't never been to an Olive Garden until it was my motherfucking Mother's Day with my mama. That was it. That was all. Because I was very familiar with Olive Garden, I was like, okay, Olive Garden is going to be my choice. I pull all of this out of my motherfucking ass, and I'm only making choices based off of what I know and the decisions that's led me to this point in my life, bitch. Other than that, I'm going with the flow. I looked at all of the fucking Olive Gardens within Texas, and I looked at all the fucking Olive Gardens. I also researched the different cities and the different areas within Texas, and I said, you know what? I need to stick closer to motherfucking Austin. These are the options. There were 2 Olive Gardens in Austin. There is 1 Olive Garden in Round Rock, and there is 1 Olive Garden in New Braunfels. Now, I looked up Round Rock, and it's talking about it's a motherfucking college town. Keep them motherfuckers away from me. I don't want to be around them goddamn crazy-ass, goofy-ass motherfucking kids. So I know if it's a college town that there's going to be nothing but college kids that come. And baby, if you know anything about college kids, they broke, bitch. They barely got enough money to get through the motherfucking day for the motherfucking self. Why would they tip me? They're not. And again, I said I didn't want to go to motherfucking Austin because again, it's a bigger city. And I felt like I didn't need to be in another big city. I needed to separate myself from that so I can focus on the goal of getting my motherfucking life together so that I can get back on track with where I need to be. Looked at the Olive Garden in New Braunfels and I was like, it's an old town. It's a white town, and it's a small town. Let me go get my money. I know that I'm black, and I know that if I go to a smaller town in Texas, I'm going to be the token. But I can use that to my motherfucking advantage. Number one, because I'm the only black person there, I'm going to have a different lived experience from everybody else, which means I can tell a story in a way that they can feel sad for me, and they will give me that money. If I play the broke black boy, there is going to be somebody's rich white grandma that will give me all their money. Instead of trying to go get me an apartment because I don't know the area, I said I'm going to go and I'm going to get a hotel first. Now, where the specific Olive Garden was, there was a hotel right across the street. Oh, you don't have to say nothing else, bitch. Grab your keys, let's go. Ended up booking my flight to Austin, Texas, and I ended up taking an Uber all the way down to New Braunfels. But let me back up a little. I knew that I would be working at Olive Garden and I knew I would get the position because I'm going to do my motherfucking research. So again, I said, this time I'm doing it completely different. I want to make sure that every step I take is going to affect the next step. But what I did was I researched their whole entire menu from top to bottom, from the food, the appetizers, the drinks, to the sides, to how much they cook the steak. Baby, I was on top of everything. Also researched New Braunfels' busy time, specifically in that Olive Garden, and I went through all their fucking reviews. Found out who the store manager was, I found out who the assistant manager was, and I found out who the motherfucking other managers were at that time because I called the store multiple times just to talk to people and I figured it out. Don't worry about me, baby, I put my Veneisms to test. Before I ended up leaving Michigan, I went and I bought 3 pairs of non-slips. I went and I bought black pants, a black shirt, several black shirts actually, and I made sure, because at the time I had earrings, I took my earrings out because they have a weird rule at that Olive Garden specifically that you can't have fucking jewelry, but I just automatically assumed that servers can't have jewelry. I'm glad that I knew. Also watch multiple videos on how to serve, because again, I've never been a server. I don't know what it's like to go get food. I don't know what it's like to put in the food. I don't know what I would be expecting, but I looked up how to serve at Olive Garden on YouTube, and it's multiple different videos that you can watch on how to be a server at Olive Garden, their systems and how they bring things in. Baby, I learned the whole motherfucking program before I was even invited for an interview to be a part of the program. Now, I also wanted to be a server because you run across so many different people. You never know who you might meet. Everybody has to eat, and everybody likes to go eat with their families during special occasions, especially in Texas, baby. Everything is a special occasion for them. My plan was never to stay too long at Olive Garden. My plan was, number one, try to meet somebody who can give me a better opportunity to use my degree that I have right now. Also make sure I downsize. So anything that I wasn't wearing or anything that wasn't necessary for me in that moment, I said, you know what? Let me go donate it. So I donated all the things that I didn't need at that moment to Goodwill, the TV, the bed, the stands, everything that I had with me that I had bought within Michigan, I gave to the next person. And I made sure I paid it forward. Before I ended up leaving motherfucking Michigan, I called Vania and I told her, hey, I'm going to Texas. And she said, what the fuck do you mean your black ass is going to motherfucking Texas? Yes, Vania, I'm going to Texas, girl. We're going to Texas, girl. And she's like, well, if that's what you want to do, I can't stop you, but you ever think about coming home? I said, that's the plan. I just got to go somewhere else before I come home. She's like, I don't understand that. I don't get that. I don't see that. I don't know that, but I support you. I just don't understand. I say, you know what? I can respect that, and I'm going to take that, but guess who got to go and get their life together? Me. I got to figure this out. I got to figure out who Ellis is. I got to figure out what that means to me. I got to see where I believe I stand in this life, and I got to make sure I stand 10 toes down on that bitch every time. He said, well, if you need anything, you got my number. Call me. Let me know you make it safe. And bitch, if you go ghost, I know exactly where the fuck you at. Then I start thinking, I'm like, damn, did she know that I was in the hospital? I hope she ain't checked my location. Listen, I don't know, but at this point, fuck it. So my trip from California to Texas on plane was 16 hours. I got the cheapest motherfucking flight and the latest motherfucking flight. Once I placed my application, minutes later, I called them and I said, hey, I placed my application 2 weeks ago. I've been looking for a job and I need an update to see if I can get scheduled for an interview. Now, the lady on the phone said, hi, my name is Mickey. I will go check that in the system and give me a minute. I said, all right, take your time. She comes back and she says, hey, I got your application. We're going to look through that. How about we schedule you for Tuesday? Now, my flight left on a Saturday. That's when I was leaving. And then I would arrive on Sunday. So Tuesday was perfect, but I wanted to speed it up. I asked her, I was like, absolutely, that's perfectly fine. But could we do Monday just in case? She said, give me a moment. Let me ask the store manager. So she goes back and takes her a minute and she comes back and she's like, hey, actually, we can get you in on Monday at 9 a.m. I said, absolutely. I will be there. Thank you so much, Mickey. So now, not only did I put in my application, I set up my interview, and now I set up my interview earlier than the date that they wanted me to come because I knew that I needed this job immediately. My flight goes motherfucking smooth. Everything is cool. I have my little motherfucking peanuts and my snacks. A girl was set. Now, I get to Austin International motherfucking Airport, and bitch, I am shaking boots because I've never been in Texas. And everything that I heard about Texas, girl, I didn't want to be a part of it. I take an Uber all the way from Austin to New Braunfels, Texas. That is about an hour motherfucking drive, especially on Texas roads. When I tell you Texas roads are motherfucking ghetto, I'm talking about they got potholes in the motherfucking freeway and they got construction near the potholes. What are we fixing? Why do we have the construction on the other side of the potholes? The potholes are here. The construction is here. Girl, y'all on the wrong motherfucking side. As I'm in this Uber, I made a promise to my motherfucking self. There is not one thing that's going to stop me. There is not one thing that's going to derail me. There is not one thing that's going to stop my flow in this journey to get my life together the way that I want it and I see fit. All the things that I've gone through are not for nothing. I deserve to be happy and I deserve to have the life that I feel like I deserve. I get to the Motel 6 because that's where the fuck I was staying. And I ain't never seen no motherfucking Motel 6 like this. I'm talking about they had deluxe motherfucking suites. They had a wonderful pool, a sauna room. I'm like, girl, what the fuck is this? What is going on? I at the right location, girl? Because this is different. It's giving luxury ghetto. I can stand. I can do. So I go inside. I put my bags down. And bitch, when I tell you I laid on that bed and motherfucking slept, bitch, it was almost like somebody whooped my ass and I needed a goddamn break. I was exhausted from the fucking trip, but I was also exhausted from busting my ass to get to this point in the first place. And the fact that I actually seen it through and I got here, bitch, I was proud of myself, but I was also goddamn tired. I literally worked 45 days straight in order to get to this motherfucking point, to have enough money to be able to not worry about having no money and also be able to work confidently and effectively to make sure that I could get things together the way that I needed to. It's like a 5-6 hour nap. Again, I got there on a Sunday. So I think I got there around 7:30. So again, I woke up in the middle of the night. Made sure I sat all my motherfucking clothes out. They had an iron in there too, which bitch, I never even knew Motel 6 had that. But okay, girl, step your cookies up. Iron my clothes. I made sure I put everything out for the motherfucking morning. And I got everything together. My smell goods, my clothes, everything was set. I set my alarm. I had 3 different alarms, so I would make sure everything was fucking put together. Before I went to sleep, it was like 12 o'clock in the morning. I decided to go find out where this Olive Garden is. So I know in the back of my head where the fuck it's at and how to get there. So I don't have no fucking problems in the goddamn morning. Take my happy ass from Motel 6 to the Olive Garden. Now, the Olive Garden is only 15 minutes away from the motherfucking hotel. And that's if you're just cruising and bruising, bitch. I speedwalk. My happy ass back, and now I got the layout of the land. And bitch, I'm telling you, I'm like, I'm ready to go. I got this. Morning time comes, I get my shit together at 7 a.m. Boom, 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 take my little shower. By 7:30, I'm waiting by the motherfucking door. 7:45, I'm waiting by the motherfucking door. 8 o'clock comes, I'm out the motherfucking door. I always make sure I'm 30 to 45 minutes early because anything could motherfucking happen, baby. They could be late, they could be early, they could have other shit they need to do, baby. This is an interview and I gotta ace this shit. And the first way that I'm gonna ace is it being on time, bitch. So I'm walking and I get to Olive Garden and I knock on the door because again, they're not open yet. Very skinny, pristine, put together Mexican lady comes to the door. She's like, hi, are you here for pickup? And I said, no, I'm actually here for an interview. I'm early. My interview is not until 9 a.m. And right now I know it's 8:20, but I always like to show up early. I was like, oh my God, my name is Yolanda and I will be the one interviewing you today. If you just give me a minute, I am the to-go specialist manager. And I just want to make sure that you know that we have a bunch of orders going out right now. So just take your time, sit here. If you need anything to drink, let me know. No, I'm perfectly fine. Whenever you're ready, let me know and I'll be ready for the interview. I was like, you know what? I like you already. I like you. I know that's right, girl. I know that's right. It takes her about 20 to 25 minutes to get the orders done and do what she needs to do in order to have the interview. And then she's like, hey, Ellis, come on over so we can have this interview. Run through my whole background with her. I tell her where I'm from. I tell her what I've done. I tell her the industries I've worked in. I run that I've always been in a management position. I know how to do the matrix. I know how to do the schedule. I know how to process orders. I know how to crisis management. I know everything about being a manager there possibly is to know. So I can wash dishes. I can do back of house. I can do prep. I can do grill. I can do to-go specialist. I can bartend and I can serve. I was like, you know what? Interview over. We need you. I love your energy and I love how charismatic you are. She said, no, I can't make the final decision because I'm the to-go specialist manager. But if you come back today at 3 p.m., you can meet the store manager. Now, I already knew the store manager's name was Jacob because, again, I did my research. And also, it's all over the fucking building. It's all over the front of the motherfucking store. Baby, they talk about Jacob like he's God. And I knew he had an ego to the motherfucking sky. So I knew that I had to stroke it in order to get this job. Told her, absolutely, I will be back at 3 and I will make sure that I'm early and on time so that I can have this conversation with Jacob because I really need this job. She was like, if it was anything like this interview, you'll probably be on the schedule by tomorrow. Oh, yes, girl. You'll be seeing me too. I go back to my hotel and I'm like, you know what? Let me take a little bit of a nap because I got to be there at 3. So again, I go to the hotel. I take my motherfucking nap. All right. I grab me some food as well on the way because there was a Denny's next door. So I grab me some food at motherfucking Denny's and I take my ass back to the hotel. I eat my motherfucking Grand Slam with my bacon and my eggs and my potatoes and my motherfucking cheese on top. And I take me a nap. Now, when I wake up, it's about 1:45, 1:50. Perfect. Let me hop my ass in the shower, throw my clothes back on, let me do the 1-2 with the motherfucking lint brush, and I'm on my way to go. I get to Olive Garden around 2:15, 2:18, around that time. Now they're open. So I walk in and I talk to the lady at the front. I'm like, hi, my name is Ellis, and I'm here for an interview. She's like, okay, my name is Holly, and I will go get the manager. Now, Holly goes to the back, and as they're coming back to the front, I hear this fucking ominous click-clacking. Clack, click, clack, click, clack. Bitch would have thought she was a reindeer. Come to the front and it's this old, dusty, crusty white lady that looked like she smoked 1,000 Newport 100s and ate the box after. Blonde hair and the roots is showing. I'm like, okay, you don't look like Jacob, but I mean, I'll take it. Hi. Hi, my name's Bernadette. How are you? Like, hi, Bernadette. My name's Ellis, and I'm here for an interview at 3 o'clock. I'm a little bit early, but yeah, I like to be on time because I take things very serious. Like, well, me and Jacob are gonna be doing your interview because I am the new front of house manager, and I heard you're very charismatic. Now, I don't know if she's on drugs, meth, crack.
Listen, y'all, I had to take a bathroom break. I'm sorry. I hope that's not too much information, but I had to take a bathroom break, child.
20,000 cigarettes and she swallowed the box? I don't know. But baby, it's rubbing me the wrong way. I have a knack for understanding people's body language, and something is off. Something is wrong. But baby, to get this job, I'm going to do it. And you would do it too. Like, come to the back with me. Me and Jacob are waiting, and we're going to do this interview. Are you excited? I'm like, yeah, I'm totally excited. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to be here. We walk to the back, and as we're walking through, there's so many fucking tables. I have never seen so many goddamn tables a day in my life at a motherfucking restaurant. Or maybe I'm just a big back and ain't never paid attention to nothing but my goddamn plate, but I digress, we're here. We go to the back, and there's like a flat screen TV that's set up on a table, and I see this bald-headed white man in a pink motherfucking button-up sitting there looking at me. Gets up, and he's like, hey, man, my name's Jacob. Hi, my name's Ellis. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Let's all take a seat, and then we're going to get through this interview. So Bernadette starts talking, and she started talking about her position, and she started talking about the things that she's done. And again, it's giving cigarette smoke off her breath, and it's kind of weirding me out because I'm like, that's very unprofessional, but nonetheless, you're the manager, and I'm going to get this job. The whole time she's talking, I'm like, wow. Oh, my God. That's amazing. You're kidding. You did that? No. Get into her motherfucking life details and life story, baby. I ate that motherfucking shit up like I was the best motherfucking watcher in the world. Now Jacob starts talking. He starts talking about his family life, how he has daughters. He talks about how he went to school, how he was a comedian, and then he was working at Olive Garden, how he's been at Olive Garden since motherfucking 2000 BC, and now he's a store manager, and then he's helped open other Olive Garden, all this other shit that I was like, yes, ting. I started to get bored, and I'm just like, listen, am I in an interview or bitch, am I watching daytime TV? I don't know, but I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this job. After an hour of them talking about themselves and not even about the goddamn job, they're asking me about me. So again, I go on my spiel about who I am, what I've done, the industries I've worked in, and everything I've accomplished until I got to this point right now to work at the Olive Garden. It was like, I love the energy. I love that. And I love how you're dedicated and you want to come in and you want to work. He was like, this is probably one of the best interviews that we've ever had. He was like, so I want to offer you the position. When are you able to come in? I said, tonight. He said, well, tonight I can't do that. But he was like, how about you come in Tuesday morning and we can start your video training? And you ain't said nothing but a word. I will be there and I won't be square. Like, just so we can get you in the system a little bit earlier, do you have all your documents with you? Boom, right here. You ain't even got to worry. It's in a plastic baggie, baby. Take them. When he made copies of my information, he came back and he was like, okay, do you have a bank account? Yes, I do. Take it. Direct deposit. Here's my number. Okay, perfect. That's amazing. Came back with this fake ass little card and he was like, okay, it takes a while for your bank account to get approved. So how we pay you is on this little pay card. He said, so at the end of the day, whenever you get your tips or whenever you get your pay is going to be on the pay card. Like, thank you. I'll be taking that. He said, Bernadette is going to be the person that you're going to be working with for management. He says, so she is the front of house manager. She is literally going to be the one that you go to with everything that you need for customers. If you need any comps, if you need anything added on to the bill, if you need to split a bill in a certain way that it won't let you, if you need anything, Bernadette is going to be the one you talk to. And I was like, oh my God, I can already see that this is not going to be where I want to be. But I need that check. And I also need to make sure I stick to the motherfucking plan that I came here with, bitch, because we are getting to where we need to go. Like, oh my God, absolutely. I would love to work with Bernadette. That's so amazing. Like, oh my God, I loved her in the interview. Absolutely. We can do this. I'm glad that you love this, and I'm glad that this is somewhere that you want to be because we needed a new addition to the team, and I feel like you'll fit perfectly as a server. At that moment, I forgot that what position I was even applying for. I forgot that I was going to be a server. So I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I got the position I wanted. Thank you. Before I leave Olive Garden, I go ahead and I grab me some motherfucking food because the motherfucker was hungry. I grab me some motherfucking food. I take my ass back to the motherfucking hotel. I eat that shit, lay the fuck down, and I get prepared for the motherfucking morning because, bitch, I got to be on time. Wake up around.
One thing that I can say about Ellis is this. One thing I can say. He's very resilient and he's very independent. And another thing, too, is that he's going to keep a job. No matter what he's going through, he always finds a way to make it work out for him. And I like that about him. That's an Aquarius thing. If you ain't know an Aquarius, then you don't know nothing about that. Let me just not make this about zodiac signs. But my thing is, he definitely does make a bad situation turn out to be a lighter situation for him. He definitely does. Every time he tells a story, it's always, I had to find a job. Oh, I got me 2 jobs. Then he saved money to keep himself on track. Like, no matter what he goes through, he always finds himself in a better position. That's one thing that I can say about him. He's very resilient. And that's very inspirational. A lot of niggas need to get that.
On 7:30, 7:45, again, rinse and repeat. I get my shit together. I take my shower. I put my clothes on. And I head my ass down to that motherfucking Olive Garden. I knock on the door again because they're not open. And Bernadette comes to the door. She's like, oh my God, it's Ellis. I've been thinking about you. I'm so glad you're here. Mind you, she's so fucking animated and I'm animated. But that lady, I was like, girl, something is off. She's like, we're going to go to the back and we're going to sit down and Jacob's going to run through everything with us. And I'm glad you came early because you're the first person here. Walk to the back and I see Jacob bald head shining in the motherfucking lights of Olive Garden. Instead of one fucking flat screen TV, there's 2. I'm like, I ain't never seen an Olive Garden with flat screen TVs before. What is going on? I've done many training processes, but I'm confused as to why the fuck we need 2 goddamn flat screen TVs. And what kind of budget does Olive Garden have? Beyonce's? Because maybe I came to the right motherfucking job and maybe I need to stay here for a long fucking time, baby, because I need to know what the budget looking like. It's like, hey, come over here, take a seat. Mind you, he has name cards for everybody. So I got a name card in a packet and all. It was like 15 people that got name cards and packets. I'm like, oh, they doing it big time. So I sit down where my name is and he was like, go ahead and start reading the packet just so you can get caught up on the things that we have to do today. Now, he told me that the training would be about 6 hours. And I'm like, God damn. So I'm glad he told me ahead of time so I could get in the mental position to prepare myself to be able to deal with this for 6 motherfucking hours. And I'm going to do anything to get that check, baby. So I'll be here all night if I got to. He says, listen, the fact that you got here early, he was like, I appreciate that and I commend you for that. He was like, so listen, if you need anything, you let me know. If you ever have problems with anybody, you let me know. If there's ever a situation that makes you feel uneasy or uncomfortable, please let me know. He was like, I have new management. They're going through things, and I just want to make sure that everybody has the need to communicate with me. My initial instinct, since he's a bald-headed white man, you are not to be trusted. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to give you a chance, but if you fuck me over, I'm going to make sure you know it every single time. So then people started to roll in, and literally they rolling in late as fuck. I'm like, baby, he said be here by 9. At 9 o'clock, it was only 4 of us. There's 15 goddamn people that's supposed to be here. What the hell is going on? That's fine. Better for me. Let me mind my black ass business and get this motherfucking money, girl. The less people that show up, the more opportunities for me. And I'm going to take them every time. So by 9:20, everybody except for 2 people show up. That's great. Start the show. So he starts telling us about Olive Garden's history, their background, what they do, how things happen, and how the whole job as a whole is for everyone. They had motherfucking biographies, people speaking on the screen as servers. I'm talking about they put the budget to their motherfucking budget. I was confused, but I was like, you know what? I love this shit. I'm talking about they had cameos from people that were doing serving and back of the house and washing dishes as if they was motherfucking celebrities. Girl, I want to do that. But we go ahead and take a break and he brings us some appetizers and he's like, feel free to eat. After we do our little motherfucking intermission and we're eating the motherfucking snacks, he gets into the one part that I can remember the motherfucking most. And it's how to deal with conflict at Olive Garden. There are 7 fucking steps that they break down. The first one is to communicate with your management team. Now, after you communicate that problem, the second step is to sit down and communicate with each other what the actual problem is. Now, the third step is to sit down and have communication with whoever is the problem and a manager in that moment. Now, most of the time, it ends at that step. But if it gets escalated to the point to where somebody needs to either get terminated or suspended, the fourth step would be the suspension. The fifth step would be you come in, you have a conversation with your store manager and your district manager, and they put you on a performance plan, which would be the 6th step. And if you violate your performance plan, the 7th step is termination and you are not rehirable. Now, when they showed that part of the screen, I told him, hey, Jacob, go back, roll the camera, roll the tapes. I want to take a picture of that. It was like, oh, well, it's also in your book. Just in case I lose this book, roll that motherfucking screen back. Let me take a goddamn picture so I can have my mother goddamn evidence. Don't play with me, Jacob. He rolled the screen back. I took a picture and everybody around me took a picture. Yeah, you better follow my motherfucking lead and protect yourself. going with the training, and he keeps talking about all these things that we're going to be learning. He runs down all the different positions that everybody's going to be in. He talks about all of the different staff and what they do here and how they make up the team and how everybody is important to cultivating and encouraging everybody and making sure that everything is loving, safe, and family. At the end of our training, in that moment, he started to speak about everybody's different position, and he grouped them up in that order. He had the dishwashers over here, he had the front of the house people over here, and then he had his people that were going to be in the kitchen over here. I was the only one that was going to be hired as a server at the time. Everybody had a different uniform, so I was the only one to get an apron because I would be in the front of the house serving people, so you get an Olive Garden apron. Everybody else got their Olive Garden t-shirts and the things of the nature, and he told me all I have to do is wear the black slacks with the black button up and make sure that I have my apron on me at all times. You ain't said nothing but a word because I already was prepared before you even motherfucking knew I existed. Thank you, ma'am. I was telling everybody their schedules and telling everybody when they start coming in, and everybody starts leaving one by one, and he leaves me for last. He gets to me and he's like, hey, I waited for you at the last minute because I want you to come back in tonight and do some shadowing. And I said, you ain't said nothing for a word. Thank you. He said, make sure you sign in on this sheet. He said, because you got paid for training and you'll also be getting paid tonight. He was like, you're going to get paid hourly. You won't be getting any tips because you're shadowing, but just make sure when you sign in that you know what your hours are on this specific piece of paper. He's like, but tonight, all you have to do is clock in the system. And if you can't clock in, just let the manager know and they'll put it in the system for you. And I said, thank you. Said, what time am I coming back? He said, come back around 6 o'clock. He was like, and you'll work 6 to 10 and you'll be shadowing. Go back to the motherfucking hotel. I take me a shower, take me a nap so I can be very motherfucking energized for tonight. And I got me an energy drink too, because bitch, you're not going to leave me the fuck behind. Absolutely not. So I wake up, it's 4:30. I sit, I chill, I relax. It's 5 o'clock. I start to get the fuck ready, bitch, because I need to make sure that I was there on motherfucking time. Get dressed and I take my ass to motherfucking Olive Garden. It's 5:30. I'm talking about I get there and bitch, when I say the people are outside, they lined up. I'm talking about it's fat motherfucking parties just sitting outside waiting to get motherfucking served. I had a little bit of anxiety, but I was like, you done been through too motherfucking much, bitch. There's nothing you can motherfucking do. Take your ass in here and do this shit. So I go in and I see motherfucking Bernadette. She's like, hello, Ellis. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here. I'm like the Newport 100 monster that's whooping your ass right now, but it's okay. Hey, Bernadette, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. She's like, are you ready to get it started? I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm ready, girl. What are we doing? Let's walk through it. Where are we going? Bernadette says, you'll be shadowing with Madison tonight, and she's wonderful. In my head, I'm like, thank God it's not with you because I cannot do the Newport 100 smell. And really, I think it's Camel Longs. But at the end of the day, I don't motherfucking know. I don't smoke cigarettes. You need some Victoria's Secret motherfucking spray, and you need a goddamn piece of gum. Get out of here. So Bernadette gives me a tour of the store, and she walks me from the front of the house to the back of the house, to the freezer, to the prep station, to where they prepare the salads, to where they get the breadsticks, to where they go in the back and they roll their motherfucking silverware. And then she walks me around and she tells me the different areas of where you'll be serving and the different locations of the tables. She gave me this piece of paper and told me to learn the numbers, but I'll be getting all of that through Madison. I'm like, okay, well, where is Madison, bitch? Because I'm ready to get away from you. We come around the corner and she's like, Madison! Then Madison comes around and it's a black girl. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. This Olive Garden, I can count on one motherfucking hand how many motherfucking black people exist in working there. And it ain't motherfucking many. But when I seen that Madison was training me and she was a fellow black human being, oh, yes, baby, I need that. I'm like, hey, Madison, how are you? I'm Ellis. She's like, hi, Ellis, I'm Madison. A very pretty girl. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to love this job. I'm going to love this job. Madison says, you're not going to do anything tonight. You're just going to follow me and you're going to walk with me through the store and you're going to see how I serve and the things that I do. And I'm like, I'm going to follow your lead, sister. I'm following your lead, sister. Go around the corner, and she was like, I'm going to show you how to clock in. You do this, and you do this. And I'm like, okay, cool. You swipe your card, and you do this, and you do that. Like, okay, cool. Got it. Like, tonight, our section is going to be 408, 409, and 410. They're along the wall, so it's very easy for you to get to each customer. There are also booths. She was like, so these tables normally flip fast. She was like, normally you get a lot of 4 tops and 3 tops. So in my head, I'm taking notes. I'm like, okay, good. You can flip these tables. You can make this money. I mean, I can do this. All right, I can make that money. Like, come here, listen. Don't do as I say. Do as I do. So even though I say it, look at what I'm doing. It's okay, girl. I got you, girl. I got you, girl. Noted. Gets her first table. And mind you, she got silverware in hand. So I'm like, ooh, visual note. Silverware in hand. Make sure I got the silverware before the motherfucking people even get to the goddamn table. People sit down and we walk up. She's like, hi, my name's Madison. I'll be your server today. This is Ellis. He's going to be shadowing. So we're going to be doing this together today. I'm like, okay, girl. I see you, bitch. You better eat that up. She gets started. She's like, can I get you any drinks? Can I get you started with any appetizers? Are we ready to order? Do we still need time? Do we like salad or soup? Do we want any breadsticks? What's going on? And I'm like, you better eat, bitch. You better eat. We go to the POS so we could go take the order, right? So we go to the POS. She's like, okay, I'm going to show you how to bring it up. She's like, well, this is our table. So we click on the table, and then this is how we add the order. She's like, and this is what I wrote down because we have a little notepad where we write everything down. And I'm looking at her notepad. I'm like, girl, I can't read that. You got vowels and consonants in different places I ain't never motherfucking seen, girl. And I ain't no English major, but that is not readable. And she was like, you have to abbreviate here. She said, because you're going to be sitting there for hours trying to write down the whole actual item. I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck is CA? She was like, chicken Alfredo. I'm like, damn. Like, what the fuck? Does that say Zatiti? Zatootie? What does that say? She was like, ZD. It's the 5G ZD. She was like, you are so funny. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be serious, but I can't read what you said. I don't know what that's saying. Okay, how do you put in the appetizer? She was like, you go to the appetizer, you put this and you put this there. I'm like, you said shrimp. Why I just say shrimp? So they just gonna get shrimp? She's like, it's a shrimp Frito miso. She was like, so that's the only appetizer that has shrimp. So if I know shrimp on the appetizer side, I know it's shrimp Frito miso. I said, you know what? I'm finna just look and listen and do as you do and not do as you say. She's like, exactly. And I was like, exactly. We put in the order. We went and got their drinks. So she got the drinks. I think they got Coke or they got water. I don't know. And we took them to the table. She's like, after that, we have to get their soup and their salad since they already ordered. Oh, yes. Olive Garden does soup and salad and they do the breadsticks. I forgot about that. So you kind of have to like move your feet a little bit because if you don't, you're going to get another table by the time that table still doesn't have their soup and salad and you're going to be behind. And a lot of people don't like to help here. She was like, I'm just being honest. She's like, management really don't like to help. And yeah, they don't like to help. First thing she does is like, you got to make the salad. So we go to the back, we get the bowl to make the salad. It's a big ass green bowl. She sits the bowl down and she grabs a bunch of motherfucking lettuce and put it in the bowl. I'm talking about she filled that bowl to the goddamn top. And I'm like, God damn. Before they get their appetizer, they're going to be full of salad. Bitch is going to be, I said, go ahead, Madison. I like the way you roll. It was like, the reason I'm giving them so much salad is because, listen, it's busy. It's late at night. The kitchen is motherfucking packed. And this is our fucking dinner rush. So it's going to be a minute for that appetizer. But if I give them extra salad, they will be cool. I said, do as you do. Do as you do. Note. She put hella olives. She put hella tomatoes. She put hella motherfucking green peppers. She put hella croutons. And then she put hella dressing. The super grand ultimate motherfucking supreme salad, and I started getting motherfucking hungry. I was like, "Ooh, girl, yeah, I need you to make my salad next time I come in here." So she grabbed 4 plates, and then she grabbed breadsticks at the same time, put them on a brown tray, and she picked that tray up and put her on her shoulder like this, and was like, "Follow me." And I'm talking about she sped walked to the table, coming around the corner, and she says, "Corner, coming out." And I was like, "Oh, why you say that?" She was like, "Because you don't want to hit somebody with the door." I was like, "You know what? Absolutely." She grabs these leg stands and she has the legs in one hand and her tray in one hand and she's going to the table. She popped the legs out real fast, dropped the tray on top. She was like, I have the salad. She was like, salad here. Here's 4 plates. Would you like cheese? And I completely forgot that Olive Garden does cheese on top of the motherfucking salad. I was like, oh my God, this is like entertainment. Whole family's like, yeah, we love cheese. Come on, put that cheese on top. She's just like, tell me when. Tell me when. Anytime now. And mind you, she gets to the point where ain't no motherfucking cheese left. And then the lady sitting down, she was like, go ahead and shake whatever's in there. Shake it in there. Shake it on top. And Madison's like, I gotcha. I'm like, oh my God, that looks so good. Look at this salad. It's beautiful. Oh, we're so hungry. She was like, I'll come back with your appetizer when it's ready, okay? And they're like, absolutely. But we go to the back and we take the tray and we take the legs. She was like, I hate doing cheese. I hate it with a passion. It takes too dang long. I just hate it. I think it's time for us to take a break. I was like, a break? She's like, yeah, I'm tired and I'm hungry. Like, you know what, girl? Absolutely. She was like, breadstick break? I was like, absolutely, breadstick break. Went and we go get breakfast and we're eating. She's like, where are you from? She's like, you are just so funny. She's like, I don't think you're from Texas. I said, actually, I'm originally from California. She's like, oh my God, you're from California. What the hell are you doing out here? I was like, life. Like, now that we had our breadstick break, what we're going to do is we're going to go check to see if we got sad again. So we go outside, we peek around the corner, and we see some people sitting at the other booth. She's like, now this is where it gets crazy. So she was like, this is where you really got to do as I do. She's like, what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go grab their appetizer, and I'm going to run it to their table, and then I'm going to grab some silverware, and I'm going to drop that appetizer off, ask them if they need anything else, and then I'm going to go to the next booth and ask them if I can get their drink started today. I was like, you need to do this, and you got to go ahead, and you got to do it. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing, but I got it. He was like, listen, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go get the silverware and I'm going to go grab the appetizer and I'm going to take it to the table. You meet me at the other table while I'm taking their orders and you can bring their silverware out. I was like, got it? Got it. I go looking for the silverware. I'm like, damn, I don't remember where the motherfucking silverware at. So I'm panicking. I'm like, where the fuck is the silverware? And then I asked this lady who was doing the dishes. I'm like, do you know where the silverware is? And she was like, around the corner. I was like, okay. So I went around the corner. I seen it. I was like, ooh, silverware. So I grabbed two, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go out the door and I gotta go help Madison. So I'm sprinting to the door, and boop, hit the door, and some lady was like, oh my God, who ran into me? Freeze at the door because now I'm scared. I'm gonna hit somebody with this big ass, hard ass, wooden ass door that don't got a motherfucking little window on it, bitch. I am terrified. Look back, and everybody in the motherfucking kitchen is looking at me, and I'm like, damn, bitch, you wanted a show, you got one. Slowly push the motherfucking door open, and it's motherfucking Bernadette on the goddamn floor. And I'm like, of course, bitch. Of course, it would be my motherfucking luck that I hit the motherfucking manager of motherfucking court. Go around the corner and I help Bernadette up because I'm like, bitch, I hit the manager. So I'm like, hey, Bernadette, I am so sorry. I did not mean to knock you over. I should have said coming out when I opened the door and I didn't. Sorry. It's like, oh, Ellis, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just make sure that you're more vocal next time. I promise, just be vocal. Keep in mind, the door goes both ways. It swings both ways. So I didn't hear her say anything either. So I was like, you know what? Now that I'm actually thinking about the situation, I hit you with the door, but I didn't say anything. You didn't say anything. So better you, not me. Madison came around the corner. She's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I accidentally hit Bernadette with the door. Accidentally. She was like, oh my God, don't even worry about it. I've hit her so many times because she never says anything when she's coming in or out of the door either. Like, she's just a casualty at this point. God damn. How many times have y'all hit this lady? Madison was like, don't worry about that. I've already got the people their drinks, their silverware, and I already took their order. It's in. So now we're going to go get their plates. Girl, I can go get the motherfucking food. I can do that. I know a good food when I see one. So she was like, this is how you know the different meals and what they look like. She was like, okay, this is a chicken Alfredo. This is a regular pasta for the kid. It just has butter on it. This is a chicken parm. This is a 5 cheese ziti. And this is another appetizer. We're going to put this all on the tray and we're going to take it to the first table we had. And then we're going to take this one to the second table we had. It was like, I'm going to take this to the table. And then when we take this to the table, I'm going to help you pass it out. I said, I got that. I got this. And we got this. So we go to the table. She sits the tray in the middle of the table. And she was like, okay, so he has a chicken parm. I picked up the chicken Alfredo and I handed it to him. Oops, my bad. Pollo y pollo. Bitch, it's the same thing to me. I was like, it's okay. We'll get it once you learn which one is which. So I picked it up and he was like, why would you take my food away? That's mine. That's not yours, sir. I made a mistake. That is not yours. Like, no, because that has chicken. And I was like, no, she just said that that's not it because you got a chicken parm. And just because it's got chicken, don't mean it. First of all, do you want to do my job or not? Do you want to be a customer or motherfucking not? Shut the fuck up and let me do my motherfucking job that I get paid to do. Here's your chicken parm. Like, how do you know when she took my order? Did you not just hear what she said? Madison was like, it's okay. We took the chicken Alfredo away because it wasn't yours, but you ordered the chicken parm. She was like, and just in case, if you feel some type of way, I can also give you a discount on that. Like, you know what? That sounds wonderful. And I'm like, oh, girl, you got the magic touch. I need to learn something from you, sister. We finished passing out all of the food and everything is done. Everybody is eating. And she's like, well, now we just relax. Now we just chill. Go back into the kitchen and Bernadette is yelling, I need runner. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? And why the fuck are you screaming at everybody? Girl, if you need something, just ask. Like, Madison, come over here. I need runner. Well, Madison goes over there. And she's training me, so I follow her. She hands Madison a tray, and she was like, 306. Madison takes it to 306. Now, I'm following her, and then Bernadette was like, no, you come here. Go ahead and take this to 102. Bitch, I don't know where that motherfucking apartment is, nor do I know where the motherfucking table is. Girl, I don't know. When you go out of the door, make a left. Girl, I don't know where the fuck the table is. How many times I gotta keep telling you? I don't even know where anything is at this point besides myself. Nonetheless, I picked up the tray, went out the door, and broke left. Everybody was sitting in the motherfucking seat, and I'm like, either it can start at the end or it can start at this end, and I don't know which one is which. So, bitch, I'm finna get. I walked over to the table, and I was like, hey, what did you order? And the lady was like, well, you're not my server, so I don't think that's my food. I'm like, oh, it's not yours? I know who it is. Went over to the other table that would have been so-called the 102, and I'm dropping the food off. I'm like, you have, this plate, and you have, I don't know, this plate. If you need anything else, your server will be with you shortly. Have a great night. Bring the tray back, and everything is fine. I forget that even motherfucking happened. So I see Madison. I'm like, hey, Madison, how's the table? She's like, they're good. She's like, so what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to check up on it and make sure that everything's okay. And I said, oh, bitch, that's my motherfucking game. I could do that. Come on, let's go. So she goes to the first table. She's like, hey, how are we doing? They're like, we're doing good, but can we get a drink refill? She said, absolutely, I'll do that for you. And she went to the other table like, hey, guys, how are you doing? They're like, we're good. We're kind of ready to go. Can we get some boxes? She's like, absolutely. Now we go back into the kitchen, and I'm grabbing the drink refills, and she's grabbing the bags and the boxes for the to-go order. As we're grabbing this, some guy comes running into the kitchen and he's like, who fucking took this food to the motherfucking table? Bernadette's like, calm down, calm down. What can I help you with? I'm confused. And he's like, they took this chicken Marcella and this chicken parm to the wrong table and they were eating it. And the guy said that he's allergic to mushrooms and he was eating a chicken Marcella. And who did that? I looked at Madison. Madison looked at me. Let's go. Because first of all, bitch, you should have never had me running motherfucking food that I didn't even know the motherfucking name of. And now that he's at the table eating that motherfucking said food, I don't know what to do. Bitch, until you say something to me, I'm not saying nothing to you. Go to the table, and Madison's like, hey, I have those drink refills. And for you guys, I have the to-go boxes, and I can box your food up on this tray. Madison was like, look, I'm going to help you box the food up on the tray. So what you're going to do is you're just going to grab their plate, and then you're going to dump the bowl inside the plate. And I was like, oh, bitch, I got that. Like, can I take that? Thank you. And then I literally turned the bowl to the side until it fell into the goddamn plate, but it got everywhere on the fucking tray. And they looking at me like I'm a motherfucking animal out of the wilderness that don't know what the fuck they doing, bitch, because I don't. Madison was like, oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'll go and get you a free dessert just because it's a mistake. It's really bad. It felt really bad because I dropped some people's food on a tray in front of them. And I'm like so fucking embarrassed. And I'm just like, you know what? You know what, guys? I'll clean that up. So I decide to get my little napkin that's in my pocket that we use when we're holding hot food. And I'm trying to clean it up off of the goddamn tray. And I smash it into the fucking tray. Now it's on my napkin. I put the napkin back in my pocket, realized I smashed the noodles into the bitch. It was so much. Madison walks off and she's like, come on, Ellis. So I walk off with her. She was like, wait a minute, grab the tray and the legs. I'm like, ooh, bitch, I left it in the middle of the floor. So I grabbed the tray and the legs and I turn around and I done hit this lady in the back of her head with the fucking tray. I'm like, ooh, girl, I'm so sorry. Ooh, is your head okay? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, lady. I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. And she's like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Is it your first day? I was like, yes, it's my first day. I'm so sorry, lady. Don't worry about it. I used to be a server. I completely understand. Don't stress yourself. It'll be fine. At this point, I'm so fucking stressed because I'm like, the next thing that I fucking do, bitch, I'm going to have a breakdown. Me and Madison walk back into the kitchen and Bernadette sees me and she's like, Ellis, come here. Please, Ellis, come here now. Girl, why the fuck are you talking to me like an evil goddamn villain out of a goddamn Disney movie? Watch your mouth. I'm like, what do you need, Bernadette? Are you okay? It's like, did you take this to 102? I really don't remember. It's been a busy night. I'm not too sure how things happen, but maybe, possibly, I don't know. Going good and goddamn well, bitch, that shit was me, absolutely, and I just didn't want to stand no business. Like, well, if it was you, next time, if you take an order to the table that's not yours, make sure you communicate and you know what's going on before you do that. Please, can you do that? These customers are angry. I don't want to deal with more mistakes. So now I'm like, first of all, who the fuck are you talking to, you cigarette muncher?
Okay, so Elite sent him a message, right? So let me try to make this big because I can actually read these. So let me just try to make this big so y'all can see it. So Elite sent him a message, and the message states, I'm going to say this once and never say it again. We are done. You knew exactly what this would do. You wanted an audience and you got one. You dead wrong for talking down on your dead mama, and you're also wrong for painting a terrible picture of me. And I promise you, God will not ask you about me on Judgment Day. I'm not saying anything else because all you're going to do is post it. You're not to be trusted. We can never go live discussing family. Wrong, bitch, Ellis. I wish you the best of luck. Please don't speak on me again because next you will be receiving legal papers on my soul. I've been in a good mental space and the devil used you to try to fuck it up. But you know I'm covered, right? Your truth, my truth, totally different. And yeah, it is a real issue. Okay, Elite. Okay, a real issue at this point. Fuck you from the bottom of my heart. And don't you ever in your life send your sister to threaten me. You gonna get somebody hurt playing these social media games. I got 4 adopted sisters. Your sister would get her entire ass handed to her on a platter. And behind mines, I do the same. I do time. Play with somebody else, Ellis, please. Oh, Elite girl, please.
Y'all know, it's always motherfuckers with no abracadabra trying to tell you what to do with your magic. Sweetheart, I will bibbity bobbity boo your ass the fuck out.
Now, this is the message that Elijah, aka Ellis, must have sent to Elite. Okay. So it stated, listen, we can go live and I can explain to you exactly where you are wrong. I'm documenting everything because at this point you seem to be trying to prove a point, but there is no point to prove. There is no issue. I don't know why I keep having to say this and explain this over and over. I gave an extensive background to everything I did and admitted my faults, and you chose not to listen because you think I bashed you. You refuse to hear the actual truth. So he asked her to go live and he can explain it to her, basically. Okay, we already seen this. Come on. Here we go.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Because like I said, I've been getting bits and pieces of the story from you guys, okay? I have not watched the entire I haven't watched the entire story time. And I told you guys I wasn't going to watch it because we've already had these types of discussions privately. What don't y'all understand about that? You guys are so dedicated to disliking people and attacking people's family because of one story. This is the thing. It's completely unfair for you guys to say, hey, respect his trauma, but y'all don't respect mine.
It's not about respecting yours because it's not about you and yours. This is what I cannot stand about people like Elite. This is the reason why I can't stand people like Elite, y'all. And this is where I get triggered. Whenever someone tells their story, speaks their truth, it's always a bitch like Elite that wants to get upset because they're a part of the fucking story. Me telling my truth, me speaking my truth, me telling my story, a story and the truth that your bitch ass is a part of, ain't got shit to do with disrespecting you. It ain't got shit to do with painting you a certain type of way. And it ain't got nothing to do with making you look bad. It's the truth and it's what happened. And it's the shit that you did. So my thing is this. Just like he's telling his story, motherfucker, tell yours. It's unfair. It's not unfair. Bitch, tell your story. If you want your story to be out, go tell your story. And to be honest, you're the only motherfucker that's coming out speaking. I don't see Neffy making no videos. I don't see Robert making no videos because I follow all of y'all. I don't see Robert making no videos. I don't see Keyshia saying nothing. Keyshia ain't gonna say nothing, no way. I don't see Tifa making no videos. I follow her too. I don't see none of the other siblings coming out saying anything. You the only motherfucker that got something to say because you're the motherfucker that did the most wrong to the damn boy. That is the reason why you got so much shit to say. Sam ain't said nothing. Nobody's saying anything but you. No one's saying anything but you. So that further lets me know that you are the problem, the biggest problem, and always will be the biggest problem. That's what it's given to me. Ain't nobody saying nothing but you. Ain't nobody offended but you. And guess the fuck what, Elite? Ellis ain't the only one that told his fucking story. You want to know who else told their fucking story? Keyshia. Keyshia been telling her story for years. As a matter of fact, Keyshia got a whole damn reality show telling her fucking story. Told the truth about how Frankie didn't raise her. Told the truth about Frankie being a crackhead. Told the truth about every goddamn thing. But ain't nobody mad with Keyshia, are they? Keyshia been telling her story. Neffy been telling her story. So why is it a problem for Ellis to tell his? Is it a problem for Ellis to tell his because you look bad in the fucking story? Is that the reason why? Please get the fuck out of here. The only reason why you feeling a way about this story being told is because it makes you look bad because your ass did some slime ball ass shit in this story. So girl, just take accountability for the shit that you do. Why the fuck did you leave here and move back to California? Why did you do that? Did Keyshia kick you out that house she gave to you? Why the fuck is you still, why the fuck you left? Shut the fuck up, Elite. Seriously. I can't stand you just like my cousin. I'm telling my story about my grandmama and how my grandmother, how I felt mistreated by my grandmother and how I feel like I'm the black sheep of the family and things like that. And this motherfucker mad, and I didn't say nothing negative about her. This is about me and my grandmother, not you, but you mad. I don't understand why when you're telling your story, motherfuckers get mad when the story ain't got a goddamn thing to do with them. Why are you mad? Seriously. Ooh. I'm sorry, y'all. I got triggered. I'm sorry, y'all. But that irks me. Y'all. I hate it when people do that. That irritates my spirit. Don't get mad at somebody for telling us their story about their trauma because you look bad in it. Like, girl, please. Fuck out of here.
But y'all don't respect Keyshia's. But y'all don't respect Neffy's trauma.
How the fuck they don't respect Keyshia's trauma, and how the fuck they don't respect Neffy's trauma when they put money in all of their motherfucking pockets by watching every damn reality show that they were a part of? But you want to say they don't respect their trauma. When Keyshia and Neffy was talking about their trauma on national TV, they respected it. Everybody was on their side. This is why people love Keyshia. This is why people still love Neffy to this day, because a lot of people related to their trauma. Neffy wrote a whole book about her fucking trauma. People bought the fucking book. What are you talking about? Talking about they don't respect Keyshia's trauma. They don't respect Neffy's trauma. They've been respecting their trauma for fucking years. What the fuck are you talking about? You're just mad. You don't respect Ellis's trauma because you're a part of the fucking problem. You're the part of his trauma. That's why you don't fucking respect it. Shut up. Sorry, y'all. I got a little bit too passionate.
Y'all don't respect Sam's trauma. Y'all don't respect.
You don't even respect Sam's trauma. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't even respect Sam's trauma. You don't even like Sam. What are you talking about? You only trying to, and don't bring up Tifa either, because you don't like her either. You called her a dope fiend in one of your other lives. Shut the fuck up. Ugh.
Robert's trauma. Y'all don't respect Latifah's trauma.
You don't respect her trauma either, because you called her a fucking crackhead on one of your lives. You don't respect her trauma either. You exposed her too on your lives. So it's okay for y'all to expose and talk about what people have done to y'all, but can't nobody say anything about what the fuck you did to them. Fuck out of here, Elite. And the sad part was, I really liked Elite when she was on the show.
My mother had more than one child. Ellis is the last child. So imagine the type of shit his other siblings had to deal with before he was involved.
Okay, and because y'all went through more shit than he did, because y'all were older, that means that he's not allowed to talk about the shit that he went through. Elite, shut up. Please shut up. Every time you open your mouth, you sound dumb as fuck. Shut up.
This is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand.
You're not gonna
Some
understand.
of y'all just here to just bash. Y'all just want to hear the story. Y'all want to have a reason to downplay somebody's life or experience. And it's not fun.
But that's what the fuck you're doing to him. Are we watching the same videos? Is that what the fuck you're doing to him? You're saying that everybody just want to hear the story and downplay somebody else's life and their trauma. But that's what the fuck you're doing to him. Girl.
Fucking cool. It's really not. And before I continue to get deep into like the real issues right at hand, don't come to my page telling me who I am and who I'm not.
We know who you are.
You don't know me. You don't know Ellis. Y'all don't know our family personally. So respectfully, just fucking listen.
They are.
To listen.
And that's your issue.
It's simple. Some of y'all have very reduced comprehension. Your comprehension, the lack of comprehension shows with people. It really does. We were all given to someone. Okay? We were all given to someone. We were not raised with my mother. Neffy grew up around my mom, but Neffy had an extended family, and she also had my mom's mom, which is my yaya, my grandmother, who I believe Ellis mentioned also in one of the clips. Neffy had an extended family, and pretty much the streets raised Neferteria, right? Keyshia had an adopted family, which are the Coles, okay? Sam, was with his father, his biological father, which is Big Sam, okay? Myself, who is the middle child, I was adopted. Whether it was closed, open, whatever, I was adopted at a very young age. Then you have Robert and Latifah, who were adopted together. They were raised together. Keyshia and Neffy were not with the same family, but they knew each other. They grew up knowing each other. Then there is Ellis, who is the baby. He was adopted. He was not exploited. He was not exploited.
No one said he was.
He was not exploited.
He never said he was.
I said it 3 times in case the bitches in the back didn't hear it. He was not exploited. He made a choice when he got old enough to be apart. Now, 16, 17, maybe his mom did not, and she advised him maybe not to be around, and he listened. Once he got old enough to make his own decisions, that is the choice that he made. No one forced him. My mom asked to find all of her children. Why would my mom just ask for me? Why would my mom just ask for Robert, knowing that Latifah exists? My mom asked for all of her children. All of them. Pure intentions. Pure intentions. Keyshia made it happen. BET Manny made it happen. It just so happened that Keyshia hit a point to where she was becoming a superstar. Okay? They offered her a show. My mom was in fire camp at the time. She asked for all of her children. That was her wish. No one was exploited. We had choices. At 21, I chose to go on the road with my sister and be around my biological family. I had a choice, even though I was adopted. And I was adopted into a very, very loving and good family who did not raise me or teach me to not only hate Frankie, but to want to find and build a relationship with my siblings.
And come on. I don't use people. I've never been the type to use people. Leave me alone. And when I say leave me alone, I'm not talking about, oh, well, she can rebuttal and she can respond. Absolutely. I'm talking about the fact that you sat on this app and you posted 8-minute videos saying absolutely nothing with a fucked up bonnet and a stupid ass jerry curl. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stop talking about me. If you really have something to say, I already messaged her and she's trying to act like a celebrity. I said we can get on live because I'm documenting everything because I know how you roll. Elite likes to sabotage people. And the way that she does that is she collects receipts and she collects things that are maybe of value. And then when she feels like she can get you, she will throw all of that out there and push you in the corner and then make you seem and feel like you ain't shit. But you can't do that to me. I knew you before I knew you. I knew you before I knew you. So leave me alone. I know too motherfucking much. Leave me alone. And if I start asking the questions that I really want to ask, if I start doing the things that I really want to do, if I go there with you, there will be an investigation. You better leave me alone. 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 Leave me alone. I haven't talked. The funny part about this, and let's actually talk about this, because now I'm in the mood to talk about it. Now I want to talk about it. This happened 4.5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. When we're talking about my mother passing, this happened 4.5 years ago, and they dragged me for filth on Instagram. I wasn't on TikTok. There are TikTok videos of people posting what I said and what I did from 2023, 2022. There are people posting videos of me talking about the things that I did on YouTube 4, 5 years ago about my mother, right? Elite dragged me. I got dragged. Neffy dragged me. They all dragged me, right? Let's keep it a buck, because I said, guess what? Sam has the right to come to his mother's funeral, and they all dragged me for it.
And that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Y'all sat up there and said that man could not come to his own mama's funeral because y'all don't fucking like him, and he wanted to have his voice heard about his own mother's funeral, and you bitches wanted to take over. That is what this is all about. And because Ellis, the only one with the voice of reasoning, is basically letting y'all know, y'all, that's not cool. Y'all cannot keep this man from coming to his own mama's funeral. And now he gets attacked because he won't fall in line with the bullshit that y'all are doing. It's that typical toxic family, this dysfunctional toxic family dynamic. That's exactly what this shit is giving. That's exactly what this shit is giving. Because at the end of the day, Keyshia is the golden child, basically. Ain't nobody gonna say shit to Keyshia. Okay, and that's on period. I feel like Elite is the ringmaster. I feel like Sam and Tifa fall in line as the invisible child, and I feel like Ellis is the black sheep. And that mainly the black sheep is always the one that seems to have a different opinion and a different outlook from everybody else in the family, and that tends to be an issue for most people in these families. They cannot stand for a person to have their own mind and their own motherfucking opinion. That's what they be mad about the most. They be mad as fuck because they got a mind of their own. That's what this is. And every time Elite talks about Frankie, she always say, my mama, my mama, my mama, my mama. Bitch, it's not just your mama. It's all y'all mama. And you think that you got a right to come in and tell somebody what the fuck they can and can't do because you was around her more than he was? What part do you not understand that boy was a goddamn minor? And what part do you not understand that boy was a part of a closed fucking adoption? So even if he wanted to as a teenager, he could not do shit. He had to fall in line with what the fuck his adopted mama said. When he got older, he made the choice to look for y'all. And that's just what it is. He wanted to know y'all. And all y'all gave him, y'all asked to kiss. Neffy shares the same dad and mom with this fucking boy. If anybody should have been on his side, it should have been her. But in my experience, even if you do got the same mama and daddy, that don't mean shit. Because they'll still side with whoever against you. Just because it's the popular thing to do. Trust me, I know. I've been there. So please.
They all dragged me for it because I said Sam needs to go to his mother's funeral. And I don't care what y'all think, because you're not Frankie. Unfortunately, you're not Frankie. So I got the short end of the stick. And they said at the end of us arguing in the group chat, okay, she told me, you come to this funeral, you gonna get checked and you gonna get hands put on you. So why the fuck would I go to my mother's funeral, right? Knowing that there are people that want to put hands on me. And she reminded me. She posted it on Instagram every chance she got. I was getting dragged for filth. For filth. I got my Instagram deleted. I made another one. Got it deleted because people were reporting me because they thought I was a clout chaser. When she posted me on Instagram, she posted my pictures on her Instagram. It had been 3 months since I had my appendix surgery. Arguing, I'm in pain. And she talking to you think I'm going to show up to my mother's funeral and you're going to put hands on me? Are you crazy? Let's talk about how you kicked Tifa out the motherfucking car, huh? When they was all trying to go to Frankie, because let me back up. Okay, so Neffy, Elite, and Tifa, all right, they had been out on town looking for outfits and looking for clothes to wear because they were going to do they already did the balloon release. They were going to look for something that they wanted to wear and twerk, sing, and cry on the wall like a spider. I don't know, okay? I don't know. But what I do know is they were halfway down the street and they kicked her. They kicked her out the car in the middle of traffic and told her to walk. Did that. And then when Tifa came over singing like a canary, telling us everything, Tifa told us every motherfucking thing. And then you gonna try to tell her you ain't my sister no more. You're over at our mother's house who just passed getting high with the man who gave her the shit that killed her. Crazy part is too, she could have got on live with me. Because one thing I won't do, baby, you won't record a phone call of mine. I'm sorry. You won't record a phone call of mine. No, not over here, boo-boo. You gonna catch me if the disrespect is loud, the apology better be louder, and it needs to be in front of a crowd because you disrespected me in front of a crowd. So you're gonna apologize in front of a crowd, and that's called holding you responsible for your actions. And now, the next time you decide to get on any motherfucking social media app and make a video about me, I'm going to say what I actually want to say. I've been very nice to you. I've held back for 4.5 years. I'm already healed. So I can speak about the trauma. I can talk about it, okay? I know I was wrong for cussing you out and telling you to kick rock with open-toed motherfucking gladiator sandals in the desert. I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. I shouldn't have said that. That hurt her feelings. That hurt her feelings because she probably didn't have a pedicure. That hurt her feelings. Understandably so. But what we won't do is sit on this app and talk to me like I owe you something. The chance to hear who you are. And it doesn't have to be negative. It doesn't have to be toxic. You can say it in a way that says, hey, this is what I went through, but this is where I am today. You chose not to do that. What people chose to do and what they're doing currently is instead of actually owning up or actually accepting the facts of what happened, I'm getting dogpiled on. But it's been like that ever since, and even before Frankie passed. So again, this is why I say it's a current issue because no one addresses the situation at hand. And then what they do is they act like it doesn't exist. And then in 8 months, 9 months, a year from now, they're going to act like, oh, well, hi, brother. How you doing, brother? Hey, brother. Oh my God, I love you. Oh my God, no. I'm tired. I know what it's like to not have somebody. I also know what it's like to leave somebody. And I know what it's like to want that love from the people that you care about. So the fact that I'm actually going through the same thing all over again while I'm telling you what you did to me is crazy. You're doing the same. The cycle has not ended. If you check the social media accounts, everything is subliminal. The cycle has not ended because it was never about finding familyhood because there was a dollar sign behind it. And unfortunately, I have not I never wanted that, you know? So I don't mind. I don't mind being a black sheep. Like, I don't mind that. And I appreciate everybody for understanding that it takes a lot to get to this place. Because I don't know if y'all remember, which there were some people that were there for it. In 2023, baby, I got dogpiled on. Heavy. I got dogpiled on. When Frankie passed, I got dogpiled on. I got called a liar. I got called a clout chaser. I got told that I'm not a sibling. I got told that I'm never around, so why does anybody care? Nobody cares about him. Why do we care about him? From my own sibling. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
That shit hurt my feelings so much. So the fact that it's like now that I'm saying how I've gone through these things and how every situation in my life has been affected because of me being adopted, and now I need to shut up. I need to close my mouth. How dare I? When y'all have gone on TV shows and exploited each other's pain for views, baby, you know what I'm saying? It does not make any sense. I've always, for some reason, been an issue. I've been a problem. And I've learned that there's some things that I will never be able to change. And that's okay.
It's not.
And I'm okay with that. I've accepted that fact. I'm old enough to know, and I've gone through the trials and tribulations to understand that I can love somebody, but I don't necessarily have to be around them.
Period.
I don't necessarily have to even be in the same room as them. I don't necessarily have to ever see them again.
Period.
That doesn't mean I don't love them, but I also know my worth. And I also know what I stand for. And I would be doing a disservice to myself if I didn't have my back and I allowed them to continuously do the same thing over and over and over and over again, like it's happening right now. No one's called me. No one's texted me. No one's reached out. Because it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't benefit them. So why communicate with me? They feel like if it doesn't make a dollar sign for them, they're not going to do it. And it's an unfortunate situation. And I'm never going to stop being real. I'm like this in real life. And it's taken a long time for me to be accountable for not only my actions, but also to say no to people. Also to tell people like, hey, I don't like that. Because unfortunately, it took me a long time. And I'm going to backtrack a little bit. When me and Elite originally had an issue, I let her kind of speak her truth, and I never said anything about it. I kind of backed up and was like, you know what? I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I got tired. Sometimes you just get tired. And like, unfortunately, I don't like the negative cycles that continuously happen in this family. Especially like right now would be the perfect time for everybody to try to stand together and say, you know what? These things need to be spoken about. Especially about the closed adoption. Especially about addiction and how, you know, that ruins a lot of families. But instead, it became Ellis is the problem. Elijah is a problem. Shut the fuck up. Y'all spent y'all whole entire career talking about these things.
Period.
Right? You want to find family. You want to fix our mother's addiction. You want to do these things. But because it's not on your accord, it's not on your time, it's not on your dime, you don't want to do it. And that's bullshit. I've created a lane for myself. I've created a platform, a lane, but I also do this in real life. So what you see me talk about on TikTok, how I get on here and I advocate and I make sure I walk what I do. You will never see me say something and there is no action behind it. Ever. I will never get on this app. I will never get on a social media platform, say something and then not having any action behind it. So right now, as I'm talking about adoption and closed adoption and things of the nature like that, I'm trying to put something together behind the scenes so I can actually go in and help different children that are in the system gain access to things that I did not have. Especially when I turned 18, I did everything on my own. Granted, my mother, Miss Asa, if I would have asked, she would have done it, even though she was sick. Miss Asa would have done anything for me, even though she was sick. I chose not to because I felt like I let her down. I felt like I let her down. And I paid the price for that. And I had to learn the lessons on my own. And I had to go through life and figure things out in a way that today I understand what my place in life is. But there are kids out there that need help. There are people that are in the system right now that don't know that they get benefits until they're 28. Come on. There's so much to this. And instead of making this about a situation that people can come together and be like, okay, let's stand together as adoptees. Let's stand together. Unfortunately, they don't want to do that. They want to make it, I don't like him show. They want to make it, he said this about me. Why would he bring my name up? Why would he? High school, bullshit, heal, go to therapy. I'm tired of it. I am going to be in rooms that will prosper for me. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm no longer going to dim who I am just so that everybody else can feel comfortable. If you don't want to be uncomfortable, if you don't want people speaking their truth, if you don't want people saying things to you, don't wrong people. Don't do things negatively to people that you know are going to affect their fucking life. Don't throw rocks and hide your hands.
That's all they do.
Be open and honest about it. Every time I've ever got into it with somebody, I always make sure the first thing I do is let them know. Because I want you to know that I said that about you. I want you to know I have an issue with you. I want you to know. Now, my delivery will be wrong sometimes. I'm not even going to lie to you, bitch. My delivery, I've grown to understand that I got to watch my mouth sometimes. And sometimes I can't handle it. But it's two sides of the same coin. Either way, you're going to get the coin. Either way, you're going to get the coin. And so I'm thankful that I'm able to speak. And it's very hard. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know everybody's like, I need the more of the story. I need more of the story. I cry a lot of the times after I record a video. And it's very hard for me sometimes. I cry because it's an actual real event. And although I'm healed, if you have to relive that, it brings up those old emotions. And you remember where you were in that moment, and it hurts. It hurts. I remember all the times that people could have reached out. I remember the times I wish I could have reached out. And when I think about the times that I could have made a phone call to my mother, I remember, and it hurts, you know? When I think about the times that, you know, the fact that Elite sat there and sent nudes and sent these things and said these things. She even went to different places, and it was just a lot. It hurts me because that's still my sister. I can't just not have that be my sister. That's still my sister, so it still hurts. Even to this day. That doesn't mean I'm not healed. When you bump your arm and it scratches, as it's healing, it hurts. And then even when it heals, you still get a scar sometimes. You still get a scab, you know? And you're reminded, oh my God, I remember how much that hurt. Oh my God. When I bumped my arm on that fucking table, ooh, bitch, that shit hurt like a motherfucker. Right? You're reminded when you have to look and you have to see and it's around you and you get visualization of the things. You relive it. It hurts. It hurts. So as much as I get on here and I'm explaining this, like it's real. It's real for me. And I understand that it's real for like Elite. It's real for Neffy. It's real for Miss Asa. It's real for my sister. It's real for Vanilla. Like all of these things are real. And I understand why a lot of people feel like, you know, I'm proud of you because I can live through your voice, because what I say, a lot of people won't say because they're scared that they won't have a platform anymore. A lot of people are scared that they'll be blackballed or they won't be able to work anymore or be in this industry of like making sure that people are okay. I know who I am. Not only do I know who I am, I'm going to get my money regardless. Let me tell you. Okay, that's fine. If I don't have to be in the entertainment industry, which I don't want to be in, I'm going to get my motherfucking money. I'm going to get a job. Okay? I'm going to take me a job. That's a gift that God gave me, making this money. Thank you. All right? I'm going to get paid regardless. And so moving forward, after this is over, there are so many things. When I say God is good, God is great. He putting all this food on my plate and I'm going to share it. Okay? When I tell you there are so many opportunities that I'm going to take on my own, because me being empathetic, I want to share it because I feel like everybody deserves a piece of the pie, but they ain't by the pie. And because they didn't buy the pie and I bought the pie, they want more because they feel like it's deserved. That's not how this works. So now I'm going to have to do things on my own. I'm going to have to do things on my own. I'm going to have to set things up on my own. And I hate it. I hate it because now it's going to be a whole nother situation of now I'm exiling people. Now I'm not including people. Now I'm not doing things with the family. This is the time to do it. Reflection is key. If you choose not to, I can't help you and I can't have you around me. I can't have you around me. If you're not going to be a voice for others, you can't be around me. If you're not going to be educated about this situation, you can't be around me. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to overlook them. And I'm going to have to do things in the way that I know is going to not only benefit me, but it's going to benefit everybody who's not only a part of the story positively, but all the people who deserve to have their voices be heard. Because there's so many people who are adopted that have similar stories. There are so many people, and I didn't even know. It's a learning lesson for me. I'm talking about some of y'all stories have me get. If you thought what I'm going through is bad, when I tell you somebody made me cry, I'm talking about boo-hoo tears. In my emails, I was boo-hooing. It was like the things that people go through and we still have to live a regular, normal life. The things that people have to endure when they're already down and out. I don't, baby. And this is why I say I am thankful to be in the position that I am, to be able to speak for other people who feel like they don't have a voice or they can't use their voice right now. That is what all of this is for. This is not about Keyshia. This is not about Neffy. This is not about me. This is not about Elite. This is not about Miss Asa. This is for the people who deserve to have a voice and they can hear a story or hear somebody's life that is a factual story. And they know that it resonates with them, that it matters. You matter. Because a lot of times the kids in the system, the adults in the system, they get left. I got lucky that my mom adopted me and it was a closed adoption and I stayed with her my entire life. There are some people that are not fortunate enough to have that. They get passed around the system, right? They don't have stable housing. And then when they turn 18, they get kicked out of wherever the program that they're in. And they tell them that they have to make it on their own. All of my brothers and sisters have been fortunate enough to have families. Fortunate enough to say Keyshia Cole is their sister and they can benefit from that. There are people that don't have that. That's 1 in a million. Probably 1 in a billion. Right? There are people that would die to be in their positions, that would beg to be in their positions. And instead, they're recreating generational curses because they can't accept the flaws and they refuse to open up about it and they refuse to talk about it. And the only way you'll ever get them to speak is when they're mad, when they're pissed. Oh, they're going to cuss you the fuck out. And they're still not even going to address the situation. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm hanging up my family jersey. Double it and give it to the next dummy. I don't want no parts. I want to help the community like I've been helping people. I've been helping my community. I've been helping the Black community. I've been helping the Mexican community. I've been helping communities across the seas, standing with the people of Palestine, protesting about the things that are happening in Gaza, right? This administration is attacking the Mexican community and Hispanic people across the United States of America. I've been speaking up for free because it's in my heart. Okay? Come on. I don't do this for that's who I am. So I'm sorry. Everything that I do is going to have an advocacy part in it. So just because Keyshia Cole might have been my sister and that's what everybody is running with, at the end of the tunnel, This is going to be for people who lived a life that wasn't like mine, because I was thankful enough to have a mother who loved me enough to keep me until she died. And I was lucky enough to have another mom named Frankie who loved me until she passed, even though she was never able to be my mother. And I was blessed enough to say, my sister is Keyshia Cole. I'm thankful enough to have a best friend like Vania, who's going to be there for me even when I don't deserve it.
Well, listen, one thing about that Vania is always down for the count with him. That's one thing about it. I need to meet Vania. As a matter of fact, Ellis, whenever we do this interview, please bring her on at some point, or let me talk to her by myself, because that's a ride or die.
I'm thankful enough to have my sister Brina do anything and everything for me, even when I did not deserve it. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. God always has favor over my life. He gives me everything I need when I need it. So why would I not try to bless other people that did not have that deserve that? That's the point of this. That's the only point to this. This ain't about trying to get a TV show. This ain't about trying to get a podcast. This ain't about trying to be popular. This is not about trying to be famous. This is not about trying to go on TV shows, talk shows, go on a goddamn PR spree. This is about real people in real life that have real problems that need to be seen. It's always been like that. Like I said, Nike offered me a $1.5 million deal to tell Mexicans ain't going anywhere when I trademarked it and kept it for the people who rightly deserves it because it's theirs. I was offered 3 different deals and I denied all 3. And a cease and desist got... Yeah. So the next time, I'm going to tell you this too. I'm going to play the game because the game is going to benefit everyone. But I'm going to play the game the same way the game is trying to play everybody else. Real recognize real. I'm tired of it. So I'm glad that I have a platform on my own to be able to speak up for my own things. And let me say something. Black women are at the forefront of advocacy every single time. When I tell you there are hundreds, probably thousands of Black women who are always, ever since I've been speaking, it's been nothing but powerful, educated, wonderful Black women standing beside the truth. Every time, and when we talk, and I'm going to get a little bit political, every time someone needs something, a Black woman is there to provide the information. There are so many Black women that have educated me on every single talking point that I'm giving, and they're doing it in a way that I'm not only learning, but I'm figuring out more for myself. I bet not ever in my life catch anybody saying that they need Black women to do something for them. To go even a little bit further, women in general. There's been so many women of color speaking their truth and their piece about how the statistics are and how they say Black and brown women, and I'm going to say Black women first, because we all know when we lump them together, it takes away from the Black women's experience. How Black women, they say that they give their children up at a higher percentage. Let's talk about it. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Huh? And it got disproved. And now these women are sharing their stories and their experiences on how they raised their families, their full-fledged families. Let's talk about it. Because people are not giving Black women credit for being able to raise a household. whether they be with a man, whether they be with a woman, whether they be a single mother, or whether they adopt. They raise their families. Let's talk about it. And these are the conversations we could have been having. But instead, someone wants to get on here and say, I have a fat ass. They think that's important. Me having a fat ass in the group chat with the family was so disturbing and the focal point of everything in their life. When there are people that would love to hear their stories, but instead they're worried about my fat ass. And this is why I don't take them serious. Yeah. So on that note, I love every single last one of you. You remember your voice deserves to be heard. Remember, you need to continue to speak, even nobody, if nobody is motherfucking listening, God is. I don't give a damn. Remember that. If ain't nobody in this world is listening, God is. If not a single soul will listen to your story, God is. I know that's motherfucking right. Because when I ain't had nobody to talk to, God was there. Got me through every single situation. Thank you. So keep talking. Keep telling. Keep speaking. Because when ain't nobody in the room and you're talking, God is listening. It might not come today. It might not come tomorrow. Hell, it might not come when you're alive, and it might skip you and go to your children. But when it's needed, it's going to be given. Thank you. Remember that. Remember that. Please remember that. Please remember that. Please.
And that's it. And that's all for this particular live. Okay, that's it. That's all. That was part 4. We got 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to get into later. I'm gonna try to get I said I wasn't sure if I was gonna do that whole live. That whole live was like 2 hours, but I got through it. So we're probably gonna do another live a little later on today. I know I got to talk about Giselle and Robin responding to Sharice and what she had to say sometime today. What else I got to talk about? And I know I got to talk about this Keyshia Cole stuff again, because I really do want to finish talking about everything dealing with him. So the Giselle and Robin video was probably going to be pre-recorded. So I'm probably going to do that a little bit in the afternoon sometime. And then the Keyshia Cole family drama video will probably be when night falls. So I'll probably be back live when the night falls and stuff like that. Okay. So yes, I done sat up here for over 2 hours with y'all this morning. I can't believe I got up this morning and did that, but I got to get up, go to the store, get me some more body wash because I done ran out last night. So I need to run up here to the store, get some body wash. And a little bit of, my necessities and all that other stuff. So I'll be coming back live a little bit later. Just stay on the lookout. Y'all know I'm gonna make my thumbnail. Might use some of that. I've been reusing the thumbnail, so I might make a new one, might reuse one. It don't matter. But I'll be back for part 6 later on today, and I might try to do part 7 depending on what time it's gonna be. But I don't want to conflict with Josiah and them panel today, because I think they do their panel today. So I either want to do it before their panel or I want to do it after their panel. Okay. So I'm about to go ahead and get up off of here. I got to run up here to the store, but y'all will see me sometime today. I might change my mind about doing it when nightfall. I might do it before nightfall. You never know. Y'all know I change my mind in a minute now. I'm just like, I am a Keyshia Cole fan at the end of the day. I might just change my mind and do it before nightfall. It don't really matter, but it's going to happen today. Y'all going to get another live today with this. All right. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later and I'll holler at you. Bye.
That 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get big, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my ass assets lately. You catch a fade, shots fired, catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact a bitch, I'm the reason. When it got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leaking, God trust when I'm speaking. It's getting
big bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up, don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my circle, ho, don't ever play us. This the real hustle, we make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit, talking out they neck. Bitch, we bring the heat every time we step. You fucking with a beast, fucking with the best. Get money on the east, plug on the west. Bitch, I'm from the north, but we run this out. Bitch, we outside, what you talking about? Who the fuck is me? No, who the fuck is you? Get these niggas.